Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at Xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
If you're a veteran struggling with your monthly bills, VA loan expert Steve Teitler of Best Mortgage has some good news for you.
Rates have dropped recently, and this could be a great time for our veterans to think about a cash-out refinance to get out of your high-interest rate debt. For example, one of our clients had a 2.25% VA loan, but he owed more than $155,000 on credit cards and a home equity loan. So we paid off all of that debt and replaced his mortgage with a VA cash-out refinance. And the new VA loan saved him $1,268 per month. So give us a call and see if a VA cash-out refi can help save you money. And remember, with a VA loan, you can buy a home with no money down.
And you can help non-veterans as well.
That's right. If you have a conventional loan, we'll run the numbers and see if we can help save you money, too.
Honest advice you can trust from the VA loan experts, Best Mortgage. Call now, 425-649-6000. Best Mortgage, 425-649-6000.
An illegal alien from Guatemala charged with raping a child in Massachusetts. An MS-13 gang member from El Salvador accused of murdering a Texas man. A Venezuelan charged with filming and selling child pornography in Michigan. These are just some of the heinous migrant criminals caught because of President Donald J. Trump's leadership. I'm Kristi Noem, the United States Secretary of Homeland Security. Under President Trump, attempted illegal border crossings are at the lowest levels ever recorded, and over 100,000 illegal aliens have been arrested. If you are here illegally, you're next. You will be fined nearly $1,000 a day, imprisoned, and deported. You will never return. But if you register using our CBP Home app and leave now, you could be allowed to return legally. Do what's right. Leave now. Under President Trump, America's laws, border, and families will be protected.
Sponsored by the United States Department of Homeland Security.
KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO Newsradio and mynorthwest.com.
And good afternoon. I'm Nate Connors. 3 teachers in Monroe are about to get a massive payout. The Washington Supreme Court ruled yesterday that they can keep a $185 million award. They sued Monsanto after getting sick from toxic PCBs at Sky Valley Education Center. Justices voted 6-3 to reinstate the verdict. According to the Seattle Times, this is likely the largest product liability award ever upheld in this state. Monsanto says it's considering more legal options, including an appeal. A man armed with a knife or possibly an axe was shot and killed by Seattle police in Soto about this time yesterday afternoon. Chief Sean Barnes tells KIRO 7 TV this happened near 5th Avenue South and South Holgate Street.
The person turned toward the officer. The officers encountered this person still armed with a knife or edged weapon, potentially an axe.
He says officers tried talking to the suspect and attempted to disarm him with less lethal rounds, but were unsuccessful. At one point, the suspect took out a handgun, and at least 3 officers fired at the suspect. The man died at the scene, and no officers were injured. The King County Independent Force Investigations Team is now leading that investigation. An atmospheric river is threatening fun for our trick-or-treaters this evening. Organizers behind Puyallup and Puyallup are planning ahead. Julie Dorr, the organization's executive director, tells KIRO 7 TV.
We have the Puyallup Kiwanis clubs down here, making sure that there's safe passage through the intersections.
Some tips to keep your kids safe: consider reflective accessories, ensure your trick-or-treaters are walking on sidewalks, not the streets, and avoid costumes with long trailing fabric that could make it easy for them to trip and fall. The governor's mansion is getting in the Halloween spirit with a Star Wars themed party. Trick-or-treaters can stop by the executive residence in Olympia from 6 to 7:30 tonight. Washington State Patrol troopers will be on site providing security. And now let's check out that commute from the real-time traffic desk. Here's Lori.
Well, the big problem right now, Nate, is that rollover. It's a double semi. It's southbound I-5 at 320th. We're looking at a 7-mile backup right now. SeaTac to Federal Way, a 26-minute delay. Northbound I-5 slows approaching State Route 18, and then southbound from 167 all the way to 512. Coopville to Port Townsend Ferry not running right now due to weather. Seattle to Everett, a 4-minute delay. And Tacoma to Federal Way, it's going to take you an extra 7 minutes. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
Thanks, Lori. Your weather brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Rain is picking up around the Sound. Going to get real heavy around Seattle in a couple hours. Tapering off Saturday morning, but still stormy tomorrow with a high near 60. Right now, raining lightly, 55 in downtown Seattle. I'm Nate Connors, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Bum, 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 bum. So probably not a good night to ride my motorcycle back to Cleellum, huh?
Oh, come on. That's how you got here?
No, I got to get it home. You know, you gotta get back there someday.
You guys down a car?
Yes, because the shocks broke on the thing, and the guy's like, I don't know how you're driving this thing. The back something or other is all broken off. I was noticing it was like bouncing all over the place.
Yeah, you should be careful.
Okay, thank you, Joe.
Yep.
That's very nice of you. Don't forget Home Comfort Alliance. When it comes to heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric, there's only one place. HomeComfortAlliance.com. All right. I'm glad Aaron's not here. Did you notice how snide he was yesterday when I mentioned, this day in history? Or he mentioned it?
He was chippy yesterday.
He was very chippy.
Oh,
yeah. He's like,
He's like, come at me, bro.
You got a problem, bro? All right, here we go. This day in history. Martin Luther King posts 95 theses on the wall.
Martin King. Or Martin Luther, sorry.
It's theses, by the way. I want to see if you were listening. Yeah. Martin Luther. It was all of his complaints because he didn't like the fact that you could, pay the church and then the church would be like, oh, okay, we'll forgive you for all your sins. It's like, hey, wait a minute.
That doesn't sound right.
1776, King George gives his parliamentary address after the Declaration of Independence. He wasn't so happy. And then the celebrated magician Harry Houdini dies. By the way, for you kids that really need to, you've got attention deficit disorder and radio's not enough for you, we've got video. So all you YouTubers out there, you're going to enjoy this. We've asked the AI machine to recreate Harry Houdini being punched. 1963, Ed Sullivan witnesses Beatlemania firsthand with the British invasion. We should have done that one, but we skipped that one. And then Earl Lloyd. Okay. Let's do Harry Houdini. I like a lot about Harry Houdini. I like the fact that he's told his wife, listen, when I die, I'm going to try to communicate with you. So let's come up with a whole bunch of secret terms, words that we're going to be able to use. So that's because seances were a big deal at the time. So Harry was Rosabelle, answer, tell, pray, answer, look, tell, answer, tell. That was the secret code. So if she was going to do a seance, and then if the medium were to say those words, she'd be like, "Whoa, my God, Harry did it! He came back from the dead. What do you know,
Harry?"
It never happened. Oh. They did 10 of them, and then eventually she said, "Well, that's 10 years is long enough to wait for one man, any man." So that was the end of the...
She moved on.
She moved on. Okay. But he died on this particular day because Harry Houdini would always brag that he had incredibly strong abdomen and that any man could punch him in the stomach and he could withstand any punch. The guy was tough. He ran away from home when he was about 9 years old. He was a jockey for a while, lived a really kind of tough life. A bunch of his stories never panned out to be actually true. He said that he was sneaking into a bank safe and somebody shot at him and he caught a bullet in his hand. I mean, there's this stuff that's like, what is that? Did he really dislocate both shoulders to get out of straitjackets? No, none of those things are true. He did happen to be going through a mental institution one day and he looked into this room and he saw this guy struggling with this straitjacket. He's like, oh, I should probably add that to the act. So what he would do is he would get into the straitjacket and he would first of all inflate his lungs to give himself some extra space. And then he also had a whole bunch of stuff like small little cutting devices. He had little tricks to get himself out of it. One of his big tricks was the milk carton or the milk jug. It was this metal milk container, and he would get somebody out of the audience to come in and get into the water to show, yes, there really is water in there. How long could you stay in the water? The person, it's too high, I got to get out. So then Harry would get in, they'd seal him in there, and then it was like, he's got to get out. And he would have a guy standing off to the side with an axe. Now listen, if I need to, I've given him 3 minutes. If I can't get out of here in 3 minutes, he's going to have to save me or I'm going to die. Well, Harry Houdini was really good at holding his breath, but also the fact that the milk container thing was completely fake. But hey, don't worry about that. Let's do the reincarnation here. Reincarnation.
You ready?
Recreation. You ready, everybody? So Harry was talking to a bunch of people, and there was a guy. Now, they think this was a person that was set in there because Harry was doing a whole bunch of stuff showing, this isn't true. These mediums aren't true. It's all imposters. It's all fake. So he's constantly showing people how all these tricks were done. So the rumor was the guy standing there decided to take a shot at Harry without Harry being ready for it. And here we go for those
Gentlemen, the trick isn't in the chains or the locks. It's in preparation discipline. They say your stomach's like iron. Mind if I test it? If you must. Hey, wait a second. Oh, good Lord. It's all right. Just took me by surprise.
Yeah, okay. It looked like it hit him in the stomach. It looked like...
Should we see that again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gentlemen, the trick isn't in the chains or the locks. It's in preparation discipline. They say your stomach's like iron. Mind if I test it? If you must. Hey, wait a second. Oh, good Lord. It's all right. Just took me by surprise.
It looked like he got
ruined the show, John.
It looked like he hit him with a pubic bone. Like, I'm banging my pubic bone right into you.
You told the AI to punch him, right?
Punch him, but it didn't look like he kind of just humped him real fast.
Like hip thrust.
That's what killed him, is the shame of the whole thing.
Wow.
Well, anyway, Harry Houdini apparently already had the beginning of appendicitis. And the punch didn't kill him. Appendicitis had already begun. He had a fever. They think that might have sort of been sort of a part of the problem that Harry was having at that time. He thought it was from the punch, but really it was appendicitis. It was becoming septic. He had a fever. He did perform that day, and then I think he died. Well, he died on this day. I don't know when he got...
It was 12 days prior.
When he got humped. One more time. Maybe it was the angle of it coming in. Again, see, you folks that are just listening on the radio, look how much you're missing.
Gentlemen, the trick isn't in the chains or the lock.
Yeah.
Start that again.
Okay, for anybody. So if you're not watching, there's Harry standing there. There's the guy who's got his suspenders on. He's got kind of a rumpled shirt. And he's standing next to Harry right in front of him on an angle. And then here we go. Well, it does narrate it.
Gentlemen, the trick isn't in the chains or the locks. It's in preparation discipline. They say your stomach's like iron. Mind if I test?
See, now at this point, you would think he would punch him with his hand,
one
of his hands. So he's got his one hand. Harry's holding the one hand.
Yeah.
You mind if I try it? And then rather than with a fist, it seems like he cocks his hips back and then just quickly, just like a sweeping motion with his genitalia.
It's the old dry hump.
Let's see.
If you must. Hey, wait a second. Oh, good Lord. It's all right. Just took me by surprise.
Yeah, I would say that would take you by surprise. All right.
One more time?
No,
Okay.
Really?
Well, you know.
No, we got it. I think it's not fair that people aren't watching.
Fair.
All right. So there we go. That's the whole thing. Harry from the grave.
So the only reason they had their little secret "if I come back from the dead" thing was because he thought it was all a hoax.
Yeah, but he said, "I'll try it.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can do it." And it never ever worked. A couple of people, they had a few that got close, but it never actually worked on any of them. And he was able to get out of handcuffs because he was really good at holding an extra key somewhere. He could work locks all the time. But he was always able, most of the stuff that was coming up there on stage, we'll put you in handcuffs. Oh, handcuffs? I can break handcuffs. I just need somebody to hump me. No, no, he was able to, he had a key in his hand. You know,
he's a fraudster.
He's a trickster. He's a magician.
That's sad. I didn't know that.
Now we need a volunteer to drive the groin into mine. All right.
And now you know
exactly
the rest of the story.
All right, we have to put that video up somehow.
All right.
All right, we do that. All right, let's. Lori's got to take a look at traffic for us. How we doing, Lori?
Traffic is brought to you by Global Credit Union. We've got this big rollover collision. It's at 320th southbound I-5, a 7-mile backup. Not great for your afternoon commute. SeaTac to Federal Way, a 26-minute delay. Northbound I-5 slows approaching State Route 18, and southbound still slows from 167 all the way around past 16 to 512. The ferry, Coopville to Port Townsend, that's not running because of weather, and we're seeing a 4-minute delay. Seattle to Everett, and Tacoma to Federal Way, that's still a 7-minute delay. Some road work going on this weekend, both directions of 405 through Renton, and that all starts late this evening. And southbound 5 at the Ship Canal Bridge, there's going to be some lanes closed, but the express lanes will stay open southbound. Global Credit Union, where members enjoy no-fee accounts and early payday with direct deposit. Learn more at globalcu.org. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
I signed up at Longevity Medical Clinic back in 2009, and Nick, my wife, said to me the other day, a couple months ago, you know what, I was just thinking, it's not fair. You're going to have a longer life. You might outlive me because of Longevity Medical Clinic. You're going in there, getting the blood draw, and then they do the test. They look for heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. You know, that's not fair. You can't outlive me. I said, okay, well, then sign up at Longevity. I said, is that your motivation is you want to live a longer life? She goes, no, I just don't want you to replace me. You know, if I kick the bucket first and then all of a sudden you get some young chippy in here and she's wearing all my clothes, I was like, it's not going to happen. I could never replace you. I said, just sign up at Longevity Medical Clinic. We'll both have long, healthy lives together. So Nick's gone in there, and it's amazing what already they found. And they said, you need to work on this and this. You were to bring this number down and bring this number up. Already she's on the program. She feels great, sleeping better, and just a whole bunch of extra benefits that I can't go into right now because I'm running out of time. But if you take the test, you want to do a little bit of a free health analysis, it's waiting for you. Find out more at longevitymedicalclinic.com.
The Northwest's trusted news source, KIRO News Radio.
Police in Federal Way are investigating what appears to be a car explosion.
KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey is live from the neighborhood.
I can't tell you enough how crazy this scene is here.
Coverage you depend on.
A massive police presence in Kent.
From voices you know and trust.
We have an active fire inside one of these buildings here.
KIRO News Radio. On 97.3 FM, the app, YouTube, and your smart speaker.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
If you have Medicaid and are new to Medicare, you may qualify to enroll in a Humana Medicare Advantage dual-eligible special needs plan with a lot more benefits like dental, vision, and hearing, along with helpful support when you need it most. Now is the time to see if you qualify to enroll. It only takes a few minutes to find out if you're eligible. Our licensed sales agents are ready to help you understand your options. So this Medicare planning season, we can help you plan well. Learn more at humanaduals.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a dual-eligible special needs HMO SNP plan with a Medicare contract and a contract with the state Medicaid program. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up, worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now, the company's changed. Or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So, what happens next? I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Trajan Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan Wealth, 206-656-3300, 206-656-3300.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Ooh, mate, remember those yodelers we met in the Alps? I wired them euros from the bank, and they sent me their yodels in a can.
You wired money for canned yodels? That is so dumb. Banks are slow, and they hide fees and overseas transfers and exchange rates.
Well, I don't like the sound of that.
If you're gonna send money to Europe, just use Wise. Wise is super fast and never hides fees.
Smart.
You can save up to 70% when you send money abroad. Be smart. Get Wise. Learn more by visiting wise.com. T's and C's apply.
When the heat's in 11, cool AC would be heaven.
Dayandnight.net.
It's the final month to save 30% off an air conditioner or heat pump while supplies last at Day and Night.
Hi, I'm Bruce with Day and Night Plumbing and Heating. Call us about installing a high-efficiency cooling system or servicing your existing one so you're cool when you need it.
Save 30% off an air conditioner or heat pump, plus no payments or interest for a year OAC. Call for details.
Dayandnight.net.
Guys, it's time to know your numbers and what they mean. And right now, Revive Men's Health is offering a $400 comprehensive wellness panel for just $99. Free if you start treatment. Offer ends November 30th. Book today at ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
KIRO News Radio has your chance to win 4 tickets to the Seahawks game on Sunday, November 9th. Head to the KIRO News Radio app. Click the Win tab in the bottom right corner and enter to win. You can enter once per day, so the more times you enter through the KIRO News Radio app, the better your odds will be. Do it every day, October 28th through November 3rd. Details and rules at mynorthwest.com/win. From the station where the 12s hear the Hawks, KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
One 973-5476. Somebody get a chance to play the Know It All quiz. It's going to be a big honor.
Yes.
Start upon you and your family. Get a whole box of Bite Me cookies. Teeny is working on the cookies right now, taking small bites out of each one of them.
Oh, the cookies!
You see a little bit of her lipstick on them, too. That's always kind of fun to find. 1-888-973-5476. One interesting thing, and again, low bar on all that. Although we do have really interesting stuff that people happen to live with.
I think we got a pretty good one for today. As long as they don't chicken out.
I didn't want to do this story for the longest time because I'm like, 6'7". So what is it? Apparently, what does it mean? Why are people saying it? There's city council meetings. There's teachers that get up and scream about it. They're so upset that these kids say 6'7".
6'7".
6'7".
6'7".
7'6".
67? If you don't get it, that is the point. Let me explain. 6'7" started as an inside joke online earlier this year. But where it came from isn't totally clear. Many blamed this song. 6'7", I just bit right on the high. Then it showed up in videos with NBA player LaMelo Ball. 6'7". And yes, he's 6'7". Then the trend made it into the real world and then classrooms.
If you're a teacher, you have definitely heard 6'7".
So what does it actually mean?
It doesn't really mean anything. It's used for fun.
6'7" is about belonging. It's Gen Alpha's way of saying, we get it, and you don't. And now some can't stop saying it. You know who you are.
6'7" is the bane of my existence.
Some reports say schools are actually banning the terms.
For homework, they have to write, I will not say 6'7" in class 6 to 7 times.
6'7". Slang is probably the fastest moving part of the language. As soon as it becomes mainstream, it no longer fulfills its function. If you want it to go away, teachers, use it.
And remember, it's 6'7".
6'7".
Not 6'7".
Yeah, that's good. As soon as you adopt it, then it's not cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really smart. Really smart.
The fact that Sully had it integrated into his Halloween costume today.
Yeah, that's the end of it.
The fact that we're talking about it.
It's over. It is over. The kids are not going to want to touch that.
Nope.
I remember listening to this guy one time. He said that his daughter brings home this guy, and he didn't like the guy at all. And he's like, oh, okay. So he said he made mental note. Oh, come on. God, I'm turning into one of those old men. You know the thing, the guy with the thing.
Oh.
You know.
No, I do not.
Oh, darn it, Edwin. He sang a song about, I'll be better when I'm older. I'll be greatest fan of your life. Come on.
Who? Ben, you know it?
Yeah, it's Ed McCain.
Ed McCain?
Yes. Yes, there it is. Andrew, quick, save me.
Know the rest of the story.
I'll be. Anybody? Help me out? Anyway, that was the story that he told.
Was he the dad?
Yeah, he was the dad who did that for his kid.
Oh, Ed McCain.
It was very funny. Good job, Ben.
12 years ago.
The strands in your eyes, the color that wonderful
When he went to introduce a song, he said, next song I'm going to play is the only reason you know me as a musician and not a pizza delivery guy. Here comes.
And tell me that we belong together. Dress it out with the trappings of love.
Yeah. I think about that's right. I think about trappings of love.
You could have paid me $1 million to name that.
Never known it. All right, let's check in Lori. Checking traffic, Lori.
Finally cleared the collision southbound I-5 at 320th. But boy, what a backup as you approach the scene. It was a 7-mile backup, so it's finally starting to clear out. Seattle SeaTac actually to Federal Way is a 26-minute delay. North 5 slows approaching State Route 18. If you're heading southbound, you're going to slow down from about 167 all the way past the T-Dome and 16 to 512. Coopville to Port Townsend Ferry is not running due to weather conditions, and Tacoma to Federal Way right now, an 8-minute delay. This weekend, all lanes of southbound 405 from Sunset Boulevard to Southport Drive are going to be fully closed. That starts at 11:59 tonight, always 1 minute before midnight until 4 a.m. Monday morning. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
A 55-yard interception return by Easley.
Celebrating 50 years of Seahawks football.
Number 45, Kenny Easley, as pure an athlete as has ever played that free safety position. Saw him the very first day at training camp after his first-round draft choice. All of us veterans looked at each other and said, we've got something here, and we sure did.
Since the beginning, KIRO is where Seattle and the Pacific Northwest have heard the Seahawks play. Here's to the next 50 years.
It's hard to be a homeowner, we know.
Without American Crawl Space and Pest Services, it is hard to be a homeowner. Dave Ross here. American Crawl are the heroes to call for insulation and pest issues because in addition to their great reviews and decades of experience, they also give out the most PSE insulation rebates of any insulation company in the state.
American Crawl, the heroes you call.
Get your free inspection at AmericanCrawl.com.
Hey, it's John Curley with some great news. If your home's heating or cooling is uneven, noisy, or expensive, listen up. The Quilt Ductless Heat Pump System from Home Comfort Alliance is changing the game. It gives you room-by-room control and next-gen efficiency, so you're only heating where you need it. That means real comfort and real savings, and every quilt system qualifies for max tax credits. Trusted for 50 years. Call the comfort people today at HomeComfortAlliance.com.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
The reason I love autumn the most,
The John Curley Show.
soon it will be dark and it will be cold just before nature says, here's a prize for you. Here's orange and yellow and fiery colors everywhere.
Watch The John Curley Show live on YouTube.
What if you had the smartest Wi-Fi? If you did, it'd be Xfinity, of course, and it'd come with their best state-of-the-art equipment. It would boost speeds to the devices that needed them most, prioritizing your most important connections, whether you were streaming, gaming, or gaming while pretending to work. And it would let you stream 4. That's right, 4 games on one screen. It would even power your mobile connection so you could bring faster, secure Wi-Fi speeds with you where you use it most. It would be proactive and fix problems before you knew you had them. Impressive, right? And it would have security features that protect you from threats at home and online. Kinda like a force field for your life. If you had the smartest Wi-Fi, well, everything would work together seamlessly to keep you connected, no matter what. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply.
Looking for even more Seahawks content? Then you gotta check out The Reset. Hey, it's G. Scott, and every week, me and my co-host and Seahawks great Brandon Meebane talk Seahawks. We break down the matchups, and we're joined by former Seahawks players.
From Lakewood to Lombardi, Seahawks champion, my main man, Jermaine Kearse.
What up, G? Watch The Reset live on YouTube or subscribe on the Seattle Sports app.
Many retirees are enjoying the retirement lifestyle, but not the high cost of living. We're here with our friend Steve Teitler of Best Mortgage, who says a reverse mortgage may provide some stress relief.
If you're struggling with your mortgage payments or other bills, or maybe you just like some extra money, a reverse mortgage allows you to tap your home equity for tax-free cash. You've worked hard to build up that equity in your home. Now let it work for you. And best of all, you'll have no mortgage payments the rest of your life.
But as you always say, a reverse mortgage is not for everyone.
That's right. Avoid the high-pressure sales pitch from those out-of-state call centers. I give you a consultation, not a sales pitch. I'll tell you if a reverse mortgage is right for you, and I always tell you if it's not.
Honest advice you can trust from the reverse mortgage experts. Best Mortgage, the VA loan experts and debt consolidation specialists too. 425-649-6000. Best Mortgage, 425-649-6000.
You've still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it hard to fight flu, pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Your best source for local news. KIRO Newsradio, KIRO-FM, and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle, Northwest News.
Judges tell Trump administration to fund food program.
This is not a final ruling on the merit.
Affordable Care Act enrollment.
Pretty much everybody's going to be expected to pay more.
Potential Midwest terror attack thwarted.
2 teens were arrested and others are being questioned.
This is the CBS World News Roundup Late Edition. I'm Jennifer Kuiper. A pair of federal judges ruled that the Trump administration must tap into a contingency fund to continue making payments for food stamps under the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, which was set to have its funding expire tomorrow. As CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson explains,
in one case, the judge is saying, federal government, I think you need to pay. Let me know by Monday. In another case, a judge is saying something very similar, which is you need to pay. Essentially, tell me by Monday that you did.
President Trump says government lawyers don't think his administration has the authority to pay SNAP with certain monies. In the San Francisco area, nearly 500,000 people rely on food assistance.
In California, SNAP funds the CalFresh Food Assistance Program. Without it, local food banks are expecting to see increased demand. Leslie Baccio is CEO of Second Harvest Silicon Valley.
We cannot replace people's wages, but we can help families weather the crisis.
San Francisco, Alameda, and Santa Clara counties cities all offering up funding for local programs. In wine country, there's a call for restaurants and food trucks to offer free or discounted meals to impacted families. Mercedes Ramos is with the SoCo Market.
Whatever you're able to offer.
Mike DeWald for CBS News, San Francisco.
The shutdown is making air travel a real pain for passengers. Airports around the country are reporting ground delays lasting from half an hour to 2.5 hours because of air traffic controller staffing issues. 10 large airports, including Boston, Dallas, Phoenix, JFK, and LaGuardia, say takeoffs are being delayed. The government shutdown heads into a second month tomorrow as Democrats demand that Republicans negotiate with them to extend health care subsidies. Open enrollment is starting for the Affordable Care Act. Julie Rovner with KFF Health News.
People are starting to go to the websites that have the prices on them and see some of these, in some cases, skyrocketing prices for what they might be expected to pay for insurance next year.
5 people, including 2 teenagers in Michigan, have been arrested in connection with plotting a terror attack. CBS News Detroit's Gino Vici reports.
Sources say it was an ISIS-inspired group that was planning a Halloween attack. According to our sources, the teens had automatic weapons and were surveilled going to gun ranges and even had surveilled Cedar Point in Ohio for a potential attack there.
The arrests were made in 3 houses in 2 Detroit suburbs. Stocks closed up on Wall Street. The Dow jumped 41 points. NASDAQ was up 144. Now this.
The annual Progressive Keys to Progress program provides vehicles to deserving veterans, helping our heroes drive their lives forward. Learn more at keystoprogress.com.
Details on a crash, a shutdown I-90 earlier today. That's coming up after a quick look at traffic from the real-time traffic desk. Here's Lori.
Well, we've been talking about Port Townsend Coupeville Ferry. It was out of service, but now it is back in service. But they say more possible delays and cancellations. Expect a bumpy ride. So right now, southbound I-5 at 526 in Everett, we have a collision. That's in the HOV lane, making your drive to Seattle have about a 10-minute delay. Southbound 5 at 320th, it looks like that collision has cleared, but boy, leaving quite a backup about 6 miles now. Seattle to Federal Way, an hour, 8 minutes. Tacoma to Federal Way, now just a 2-minute delay. If you're heading from Bellevue to Issaquah, that's a 19-minute drive. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO Newsradio and mynorthwest.com.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm Nate Connors. A Bothell man is charged with first-degree murder for allegedly killing his wife in a premeditated attack in Shoreline early Monday morning. Casey McNerthney is with the King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office.
In this case, the defendant is accused of waiting for about 40 minutes under a tree and then shooting at the victim, in this case, through the passenger window of a vehicle, and then shooting some more. And so those are really difficult details to read for the many people who love this victim.
Prosecutors say a witness told police they heard the suspect, Hector Gonzalez Medina, tell the victim he was going to kill her over the phone the night before the murder. He is due in court on Tuesday. All lanes on I-90 through North Bend reopened around noon today following a head-on collision. The crash occurred around 10:20 this morning. KIRO 7's Eric Thomas reports from the scene.
2 vehicles involved. One was a silver Lexus traveling westbound along the same highway we are now that skipped over a median, crashed into a black truck going the opposite direction eastbound. So 2 people from each vehicle were sent to the hospital, serious, possibly critical condition.
Trooper Rick Johnson posted on X that a car cut in front of the Lexus, causing that driver to veer off the road. If you happen to be driving on I-90 during that collision with dash cam video, State Patrol wants to hear from you. We're now hearing from an air traffic controller about what it's like to work 6 days a week and not get paid because of the government shutdown. KIRO News Radio's Frank Lenzi reports.
Chris has been an air traffic controller for 20 years. He works at SeaTac Airport. For now, he's doing okay financially. He tells Gia and Ursula he's taken steps over the years to prepare for situations like this.
It will start wearing on me longer it goes.
He has heard that some colleagues have had to take out loans to make ends meet, but he has not heard about anybody calling in sick or getting a second job. And he doesn't expect that to happen in the future.
We're tired. Yeah, morale is a little low, but that's just years of being short-staffed, too.
Frank Lenzi, KIRO News Radio.
Road work is going to make it hard to get around this weekend. 2 southbound lanes of I-5 will be closed across the Ship Canal Bridge starting late tonight until early Monday morning. So the express lanes will stay open southbound only through Monday morning. All southbound lanes of 405 will close through Renton all weekend. The planned road work on northbound 405 through Kirkland, that has been postponed due to weather. And speaking of weather, here's your update from the State Roofing and Exteriors. Rain picking up all night long, turning really heavy with up to a half-inch of rain this evening around the Sound. Right now, steady rain and 55 in downtown Seattle. I'm Nate Connors, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Hi, you've reached the John Curley Show listener introduction line.
Oh, boy.
Please tell us a little bit about yourself
Somebody
and why
normal.
you enjoy the show.
One normal person.
My favorite meal of all time is one of those double-cut pork chops. Hopefully you're paying. Just kidding. I'll pay. Boy, that's really making me nervous. Oh, I think absolutely. I agree that the early bird gets the worm. But I've also seen worms in the afternoon. Oh, the best piece of advice I ever got was from my grandpa, and he said, don't fry bacon when you're naked. I've never done it naked, but I've done it with my shirt off, and I've got the scars to prove it.
Okay. It's getting better. Sure. Lowering the... Now, that guy could play the know-it-all quiz, because something interesting about himself, he
has scars. Frying bacon.
I can't remember one thing he said.
Frying bacon.
Quite memorable. Diving out of the news. There we go. There we go. All right. Close to Election Day. Very exciting. We've covered, let's see, we got the King County Executive. Talked to Claudia Balducci. She wants to come back on again. Talked to Bruce Harrell, the mayor of Seattle. We talked to Katie Wilson. Who else we checked? We got Sarah Nelson.
Ann
Davison. We got them all. And we came across this story. It's in Linwood. Now, Linwood's got some problems. They got about $10 million they need to make up on. It's a nice little city, but they've got some soap opera drama going on. And I saw the story, and I said, let's get this guy on. Bryce Owens running there for Linwood City Council. I saw on your file, Bruce, you raised some money, so you're out there, and you're getting down to the last few days. You're out there. Boy, a lot of are those guitars in the background?
Oh, yeah. I'm a big music buff.
Oh, I thought you were coming from the Guitar Center or something. There's so many back there. All right. So I'm going to let you tell the story. The reason you're here, because normally we wouldn't do stories about small. I mean, I love a little town of Linwood, little city of Linwood. But what makes this story compelling? What makes your story compelling that you're on the radio right now, Bryce?
I was born and raised in Linwood.
Yeah.
And, in my 20s, I went through a lot of, boneheaded decisions that led to homelessness, drug addiction. I got a pretty good rap sheet. My criminal record is nothing to shake a stick at, nothing to be proud of. I got clean and sober through a faith-based program in Des Moines called Praise Hallelujah. And, from those experiences, I learned how to deal with drug addiction in a way that, from the firsthand experience that other people don't necessarily have. And now I'd really like to help Linwood with those same problems. I still have friends that I run into out on the streets here that are still homeless. Mm-hmm. And, I keep those relationships open. I've given them rides to the same program that I went to try to, help people get off the street. And I have a real heart for that. And so, now I don't necessarily like how we're going into a budget deficit here in Linwood. I don't like some of the things going on. And so I decided to put my name in the hat and, see if I can cause some real positive change here.
So when you first told somebody you're thinking of running, did they do the old, well, Bryce, do you have any skeletons in the closet? Did they ask you that question?
Not so much. I've been fairly open about my criminal record. I haven't gone into detail, but here recently, a lot of those details have come out.
How's that feel? How's that feel when all that stuff gets so public?
Very exposed. I knew it was going to happen at some point, but I still made that choice to run for office because, I've overcome a lot already in my life, and I'm not going to let something hold me back if I have something that I can give back to society. It's been a long time taken away from society. Now it's my turn to give back.
I get it. You have 2 kids, is that right?
I have 3 kids.
Three
Yeah,
kids.
we just had one born right at the beginning of this campaign. He's
Okay,
only 5
yeah.
months.
So I obviously the newborn's not going to, but the other kids, would they start to go, oh, they're saying stuff about my dad, or do they ask questions about that sort of thing? Were they aware of your past? Everybody's got a past, right?
Fortunately, none of that's really come up. You know, I'm not planning on hiding my past from my kids, you know, as they get old. I want them to learn from my past so that way they can not make the same mistakes, honestly.
Yeah.
I think that as a father, you know, I want to see better for them. And I think that running away from that kind of stuff isn't going to help anything. It's not going to raise them right. I think if I can say, hey, these are the reasons why I'm telling you don't do this or don't do that, because I've made those mistakes and I want better for you. I think that's really the better way to parent.
Well, I completely agree. I want to just take it back for one moment. You know, I've got friends that found themselves in really bad situations and it spiraled down. And I always say to them, do you remember the moment like where it was like, God, if I just did that instead of that, if I hadn't gotten in the car, if I hadn't gotten the gun, if I hadn't done this. Do you remember that exact moment? If you look back on it now, Bryce, you're like, ugh, if I just not done that. Can you pinpoint it?
Unfortunately, there's a lot of those moments.
Okay.
I'm not going to hide from it. There's no point in that. I mean, I want to be an example for the next person early in recovery that change does happen and your past doesn't define your future. And I hope that more of us step up for these kind of roles, because this is how we're really going to help the addiction community. You know, there's also some stuff that have come out where I have some domestic violence charges in my past. And, you know, I'd rather hit those head on and kind of share how that experience that I've gone through could actually help in the future.
Yeah. You know, the thing is that I'm a big believer in redemption. I think if people truly learn from their mistakes and understand and then share the wisdom of their growth, I think that's essential to all of us, because there are no saints. There's just sinners, and some of them have short memories. So why run for office, though? I mean, other than, you know, overcoming addiction and still struggling with it and wanting to talk about it, but does the city of Linwood need somebody that has walked your path?
Absolutely. So we had the light rail station open, which, fun fact, I'm a union carpenter and I actually helped build that station. And then I was ended up being able to ride it day one because I was working on the Swedish hospital project downtown. But yeah, back to the original question. So the light rail project, I love it. I think it's really needed, but it does bring a little bit of Seattle problems up here. You know, it's the end of the line. So we're dealing with a homelessness, addiction. We've got a lot of a crowd that crowds around the library. And, you know, I feel like I have some common sense ideas, but so maybe the regular folks, like, it might not be necessarily common on how we can help them in real ways. You know, we can't really wait for this budget deficit to get fixed, in my opinion, to start helping people. I think we need to start inviting nonprofit organizations into the city to try to find housing and recovery for these people. Those things need to happen at the same time.
Yeah.
You can't really. I do understand that recovery is really hard if you're homeless, but you can't just give a house without recovery.
Yeah.
You need to have those things happen at the same time.
Yeah. Are you're good at getting along with other people, Bryce? Because that's important, because you're going to have to get along with other council members and say, hey, do you see it my way? You know, it's a bit of it's a sales thing. You know, look at the advantages. You have to be able to explain it. Say, oh, the person goes, oh, yeah, okay, I'll change my vote and I'll go with you on something like that. So at this point, as you're getting down to the last few days, there's this woman that is apparently going out there just blasting away at you. I don't know what her problem is with you. I have some sound. Where's this from, Joe?
This is a Pride event in Linwood last year.
Oh, she's not talking about Pride.
She's chasing,
just generally
Joe.
What are you doing here? Hi, Jonathan. Would you like to dance with me? Would you like to dance with me?
About what?
Would you like to do the catwalk with me, Jonathan?
It's over.
No, would you like to do...
Hey, Mario.
Hey, Mario, did you want to pin me to the ground? Hi, Minnie. Mario, do you feel entitled that when I speak, how you wrote to City Council, how you were going to pin me to the ground during comments?
What is
while they attack me?
Who is this woman?
She's the director of Pride in Linwood. According to the Linwood Times, she's the one who is kind of spearheading the smear campaign against Bryce.
So she's after you?
Yeah, she's also running Josh Binda's campaign.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's amazing to me that this guy's got 9 lives, this Josh Binda. Right, he gets into the city council. I mean, why did you take the money? You're not part of the council. Why did you travel to this, convention? You're giving speeches you're not supposed to give. You're using the city council office. You're advertising with this. I mean, it's amazing the number of things they've thrown at this guy. And he still hangs out and still hangs in there. He's running again, and somebody, I guess the Linwood Times finds out that, no, he didn't go to this college. No, he didn't graduate here. I mean, the whole list of just stuff that I guess he struggles with some facts. It's crazy that they didn't just recall him. I don't know if they want to go to something like that. He doesn't want to step down. He said, it's because I'm black. He tries to bring the NAACP in to do investigation. They're like, there's nothing here. You've done all these things, right? I mean, I got to tell you something, Bryce. If you can't beat this guy, you better start practicing your bar chords.
Yeah. Well, so they've come really hard with the attacks. They've sent out mailers with dark money, and because even if you do the PDC report on the PAC that sent it out, they claim that they've raised no money, spent no money. They also did a mass text campaign, and they're bringing up my past, which is there, but they're embellishing a lot. And then so you got a lot of people that are taking one thing and running with it. It's very unfortunate. Elizabeth, I don't know if I should really necessarily say her name. I'll leave her last name out of it. She's running around town, going to city council meetings, even going to my own union members, going on Facebook pages, trying to attack me there in my home. And, honestly, with her, personally, I believe everybody deserves peace. So I just pray that she finds peace one day. And I don't have any hatred in my heart, even though she's coming at me this way. Part of my recovery is to not hold on to grudges, not hold on to hate, and be honest.
Yeah.
So it's rough, but
it must be. By the way, here's your opponent. I like this sound. This was public. This is in 2022. Binda was elected as the council there, became the youngest elected politician in the country. Afterwards discovered he misappropriated $10,000 from campaign funds. You put the funds in there, but then they want to know where you're spending it. So apparently he spent on jewelry, concert tickets, dental work, a slap. Then he got a slap on the wrist fine. And then when they asked him, did you write the check? Did you return the money? You got this fine. And then
Do you have access to a bank account now?
Well, I have access to a bank. I mean, this might sound young, but I've never written a check or done a check before. I don't have a checkbook or any of that sorts. So the whole checking process is fairly new to me.
Okay.
I feel like there's at least a YouTube video to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to attack him.
Okay. Now, and then there's my other one. The last one is this, and we could Binda on if he wants to come on. The result of the ethics complaint against him that he apologized was a requirement for the settlement, that he had to apologize. So he ends up saying,
I just want to emphasize.
Was this at the city council?
Yes.
Yeah, this is like a soap opera.
Point 2 of this agreement that clearly states that I was not aware or knowingly committed any violation. It was not within my knowledge at all. This is a very minor infraction that is pretty common in politics, and the fact that this got blown into this proportion is very unfortunate. It's a knowing and growing mistake. And going forward, like the agreement says, I just look forward to continue doing my work and learning and growing as a council member.
There was a stipulation that it had to be a specific apology for the action.
In terms of any stipulation, in terms of the violation, there is an apology I'd like to make for this very unknowingly mistake that was made. And I'd like to offer that to the community. Like I said, it's a mistake that's pretty common. And as someone that's learning the game of politics and how to go forward, I just look forward to growing as a council member, as a person, just going forward and doing great in the city, not making any more of a bigger deal in the media or anything than this needs to be. So in that case, I like to apologize to my community.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. That's a PDC. It's a public disclosure. You have to be able to say everything. I raise the money. The money goes to yard signs. I raise the money. It goes to door hangers. I raise the money. It goes to printing. I raise the money. You can't take the money and buy jewelry. You can't go get your hair done. You can't buy any stuff with it. You can't travel with it. Very, very specific. The PDC really watches that sort of stuff. It's not that common because they watch every dollar. They want you to account for all of it. Every single month, right at the end of the month, you better have all of that paperwork in because there's a whole bunch of people sitting there looking to see whether or not you violated any of their rules when it comes to Public Disclosure Committee. So anyway, so right this point, are you ahead? Are you behind? Is there polling? Is there anything that tells us whether or not it's going to be Binda or Owens in this race in Linwood?
I wouldn't say that there's any polling. I would say that I've knocked over 5,000 doors. He's, I saw him out there knocking doors once, but he's not really ran a campaign. He's just kind of relying on digging up the past, where I want to focus on, let's go into the future. Let's make a better Linwood in the future. So I feel like I would say 60-40 in my favor.
Okay.
But it might be even closer to 50-50. There's no real way to look at it. They've come really hard at me.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he's, got these things where he's lied about where he went to school, graduated. None of those things actually happened.
Again.
And also he's under investigation right now for another PDC violation.
Bryce, if you can't beat this guy, you got to hang it up.
Yeah, I know,
okay, by the way, you can't have all those guitars hanging back there without playing something.
Oh boy.
Go get one. There's an old adage when it comes to an Ibsen play that if there is a rifle hanging above the fireplace and it's not used by the second act, then it shouldn't have been in the play. I mean, if you're going to put it there, then you have to see it. So you got all those guitars. What do we got? What are we doing? Freebird? What do we got?
No, just something I wrote.
Oh, okay. Wow, here we go.
Let's go.
Here we go. Nice. The little B flat there, or
we need
B7.
better mics for that.
Better mic for that. You're killing me on the bar chord. All right, hey.
Well, actually, that ukulele, or not the ukulele, sorry, the mandolin, I actually made that one. That's the one I've been focused on.
Oh, that's right, because you're a carpenter. All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, listen, by the way, I haven't heard the door ring. You're not giving out candy over there? What are you doing at the Owens house?
My wife's at the hospital, or not hospital, the doctor right now for our youngest doctor's visit. We turned off the light to make sure that we wouldn't get interrupted, but I'm turning it on
back
right
on.
now.
You want to win. All right. Again, we're going to offer the chance to Josh Binda to come on as well, so equal time. But thank you, Mr. Owens. Have a happy Halloween and take care of that new baby. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
There he goes. All right. Checking traffic with Lori. Lori, what's going on?
Traffic is brought to you by Wilcox Family Farm Eggs. Everett to Seattle right now is about a 10-minute delay. We have the collision South 5 at 526. That looks like it's still in the HOV lane. Let's see. We have a new collision northbound I-5 at Klickitat. There's a collision. That one also in the HOV lane. Seattle to Federal Way, 52-minute drive. That's about 18 minutes longer than usual. Tacoma to Federal Way now just a 4-minute delay. 3-minute delay, Bellevue to Issaquah, and Bellevue to Everett right now is an hour and 13 minutes. If you're thinking about heading over the mountain passes right now, no restrictions on I-90 or US 2. Fresh food comes from local farms. Check the package for healthier eggs with 3 times the omega-3. Choose Wilcox omega-3 eggs, locally fresh since 1909. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
Celebrating 50 years of Seahawks football.
Touchdown Seahawks! Steve Rabel made the catch.
Number 96, Cortez Kennedy. He was as wide as he was tall, and he was in the backfield terrorizing quarterbacks and throwing them to the ground, and wrapping up running backs and throwing them to the ground before they knew what hit them.
Since the beginning, KIRO is where Seattle and the Pacific Northwest have heard the Seahawks play. Here's to the next 50 years.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included, for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at Xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on OpenSignal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Every time I turn around, my friends at Pure Talk give me one more reason to feel good about switching. This month, for instance, they're supporting Canines for Warriors, a terrific organization that trains rescue dogs and then pairs them up with combat veterans struggling with PTSD. The result? They're saving lives on both ends of the leash. This is why I switched to Pure Talk. I like being in business with an American wireless company who shares my values. Yeah, I appreciate unlimited talk, text, and plenty of 5G data for just $25 a month, and I bet you will too. But I think you'll really appreciate doing business with a company who gives back to the men and women who volunteered to defend our country. Just dial pound 250, say micro. With Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team, you can switch in as little as 10 minutes. Again, dial pound 250, say micro, to switch to an American wireless company who actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
Did you know that nearly half the homes in Western Washington are not properly insulated or not insulated at all? That may be the reason why your home is way too hot in the summer and way too cold in the winter. It may also be the reason that your energy bills are sky high. Right now, Insulation Northwest is offering a free inspection of your home's insulation. This is a $199 value and it's absolutely free, no obligation. Just call today and Insulation Northwest will arrange a time that works with your schedule. We'll perform a thorough exam of your home's insulation and give you the advice you need to start saving thousands. Everyone who calls today will also receive a free infrared screening of your home using the latest technology. This will help reveal any hidden flaws in your home's protective energy blanket. What do you have to lose? It only takes about an hour and it's absolutely free. Call Insulation Northwest today, the real insulation company.
InsulationNorthwest.com. If you're a veteran struggling with your monthly bills, VA loan expert Steve Teitler of Best Mortgage has some good news for you.
Rates have dropped recently, and this could be a great time for our veterans to think about a cash-out refinance to get out of your high-interest rate debt. For example, one of our clients had a 2.25% VA loan, but he owed more than $155,000 on credit cards and a home equity loan. So we paid off all of that debt and replaced his mortgage with a VA cash-out refinance. And the new VA loan saved him $1,268 per month. So give us a call and see if a VA cash-out refi can help save you money. And remember, with a VA loan, you can buy a home with no money down.
And you can help non-veterans as well.
That's right. If you have a conventional loan, we'll run the numbers and see if we can help save you money, too.
Honest advice you can trust from the VA loan experts, Best Mortgage. Call now, 425-649-6000. Best Mortgage, 425-649-6000.
Rain-X wipers are the #1 wiper blades in America. That means all kinds of drivers choose Rain-X. Big drivers in small cars choose Rain-X. Small drivers in big cars choose Rain-X. Drivers with long hair and short commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with short hair and long commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with pets on board, babies on board, and bored babies on board choose Rain-X. Basically, drivers who love a clear view of the road all choose Rain-X wipers, the #1 wiper blades in America. I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/fax or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO Newsradio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Nate Connors. Across Washington, government agencies and nonprofits are scrambling to help residents who will lose their SNAP food benefits tonight at midnight because of the ongoing federal shutdown. KIRO Newsradio's Luke Ducey reports Governor Ferguson is diverting funds to help stock food banks, but nonprofits say it's not enough.
The warning from nonprofits to the 930,000 SNAP recipients across Washington: brace yourselves for empty accounts. Despite $2 million being directed to food banks by Governor Bob Ferguson, Jamie Lynn Wheeler with Northwest Harvest says it now comes down to the kindness of others.
I've even seen, with Halloween around the corner, people talking about trying to provide packaged food from their front doors that way.
Companies like Instagram, DoorDash, and GoPuff are rolling out discounts for SNAP recipients. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
3 Seattle police officers shot and killed a man wielding a knife in the Soto neighborhood Thursday afternoon. KIRO 7 TV's Samantha Lomibao spoke with Chief Sean Barnes.
He tells us officers tried to talk the man down, but when that didn't work,
officers deployed what we call a 40-millimeter non-lethal impact weapon, which was ineffective.
King County investigators later discovered the man pulled a gun out at some point. That's when they say more than one officer opened fire. The man died at the scene.
This is the first officer-involved critical incident we've had since the termination of the consent decree.
The federal consent decree was lifted in early September.
The 13-year agreement required Seattle police reforms after a Justice Department investigation. Well, heavy rain is picking up across the region, and this will make trick-or-treating a little more complicated. KIRO 7 TV's Brooke Griffin.
Officers say the downpour will greatly decrease visibility, potentially putting kids in danger. Tonight, they're asking parents to put reflective gear over their kids' costumes, wear glow sticks, and carry flashlights. Now, as for drivers, police say to drive extra slow through the neighborhoods especially, since you never know when a kid may run out in front of you. A lot of roads will also be closed for various Halloween events, so plan a little extra time to get around anyways.
And speaking of roads, let's head to that real-time traffic desk and check in with Lori.
Yeah, the rain is not helping traffic any. It's brought to you by Seattle Sports. Northbound I-5 at SeaTac, we have a collision. It's blocking the HOV lane. That's causing about a 9-minute delay. Federal Way to Seattle. Southbound 5 in Everett, right at 526, we have a collision. It looks like that one's still in the HOV lane, and that's causing about a 10-minute delay, Everett to Seattle. Now, Bellevue to Everett, an hour and 14 minutes. Both directions of 167, very slow from Auburn to Sumner. If you're heading over the mountain passes, though, right now, no restrictions. Seattle Sports on YouTube, and click subscribe to get fresh video content daily. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
Thanks, Lori. The weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Rain is going to get heavy tonight as we trick-or-treat our way through the evening, up to a half-inch by midnight around central Puget Sound. Rain's coming down pretty steady right now, and 53 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Nate Connors, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
A KIRO 7 pinpoint alert day on Halloween. This is weather you need to prepare for. With an atmospheric river moving in tonight, KIRO 7 pinpoint chief meteorologist Morgan Palmer is tracking the path of the storm and timing out when the rain will be heaviest where you live. Before you and the kids head out to trick-or-treat, watch KIRO 7 News tonight at 4, 5, and 6 p.m.
Wow, well said, well read, as Rye Roller says on KOZI Radio. Buc-ee's Auto Service Centers, they've been around for 50 years. They've got 16 locations. Take the car to Buc-ee's. The choice, easy choice. You either fill it with rats, push it off a cliff, or just take it to Buc-ee's. Take it much easier than trying to get all those rats to get in the backseat. Here we go.
Talking sports with Rye.
Yeah, Rye Roller, here we go. A little bit of NFL music in the background, Andrew. Make it seem more exciting than it actually is. All right. Wow, interesting lighting there. Again, I guess that's for Halloween. Can I explain something to you? Please. Stop 1 second, please, Andrew. You look like you're in a federally relocating witness program or something like that. You're a good-looking young man, and then you can't even see your face.
That's, by the way, though, I will remind you that that screen is much darker than the actual video.
So you're saying he looks better than he does?
He looks way better than that, yes.
All right, I'm sorry. All right, music, please. Just me being a dad. All right, have you been able to completely commit yourself to football again now after the Mariners and all that? You put all that away, put all that aside, right?
Well, I think I was on the record as in I never even committed to the Mariners. I stayed committed to the Seahawks, and that was the big problem with the playoff push for the Mariners, is that I wasn't invested because I was just so into the Seahawks throughout the first quarter of their season.
This team is quite dynamic on the road. I just was looking at what everybody's saying, all the odds. In fact, now they have an AI model predicting what the final score will be. And it looks like everybody's picking this. I know AI says it's 26-21.
Well, an AI model, 26-21. An AI model has existed for hundreds of years, better than any AI model, and it's called the Las Vegas spread on the game.
Okay.
That's your model. Look at the over-under and look at the spread, and you can come to a pretty accurate conclusion most of the time on what the final score will be.
So we're now tied in the NFL West. So this team is for real?
I love them. I love this team so much. And when they are on, it is incredible. We didn't talk about the Texans game 2 weeks ago.
No.
That horrible 7 o'clock kickoff Monday night game that just threw everybody out, for a loop. That was the best defense in the NFL, the Texans. Absolutely incredible defense. And we went up and down the field on them throughout that first half. But our offense stalls, and it comes to this grinding halt throughout these games. We've put up incredible three-quarter performances against the Cardinals, against the Texans, and against the Steelers as well. We've looked really, really good for 70% of the game. The issue right now is our offense, our scheme is built by outside zone and zone running concepts. And that's the foundation. That's what we want to build everything off of. We can't do that right now. We can't do step 1, but we can do step 2, 3, 4, 5 really, really well. So when you see our offense go dormant and really siege throughout, portions of the game, it's because we're banging our head against the wall, trying to run the ball. And it just hasn't clicked yet. That is the next step. We have the Rams and the Niners in this division. We play the Colts later on. Well, if we get to the playoffs, there's great teams in the NFC. We absolutely have to fix that. And it's a cocktail of issues there. I think the execution with the blocking has been bad. I think some of Kubiak's play calls in the running game has been sort of ponderous a little bit. Like, why these tosses?
Yeah.
These weak side crack pitch plays that we run. It's off. And then Kenneth Walker has got to be better, right? I said this earlier in the year. He's not Barry Sanders yet. Every time he gets the ball, he tries to do the Barry Sanders where it's like, okay, I'm 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. I got nowhere to go. Let me run the opposite direction 15 yards and try to score a touchdown. This isn't Madden. But the thing is these are all correctable issues. This isn't like some personnel problem. I think our offensive line is great. And our pass blocking numbers support that.
Right. Is it a situation where the other team, they go into the locker room, come back out, and the defense has figured it out and they're able to scheme on us? No?
No. First of all, this will build to a bigger point. Halftime adjustments don't exist. It's the biggest cliche in media. Well, they're going to get into halftime and make some adjustments. In fact, I said that last night calling the high school game, but it's just total crap. It doesn't exist. Halftime is 13 minutes in the NFL. They go in there, they use the bathroom, they have an orange slice, and then it's like, all right, guys, let's go get them. There's no such thing as a halftime adjustment. All the coaches are on headsets the whole game. So the adjustments are sort of fluid and ever happening. I think like I said, when you see these drives stall out, it's because we're putting ourselves in second and long and then third and long. And when we do have good drives, you're seeing Jackson Smith and Njigba and Sam Darnold make spectacular plays that drive this team up and down the field. You can't rely on that for 60 minutes.
Right, because eventually we're going to come into a team that, when that thing doesn't work, as you say, you got to have all pieces moving. It's very similar to Kashmir football.
Oh, my God. The Bulldogs are unbelievable.
I listened to Ryan last Friday or something. It was in the first 4 minutes of the game. Ryan's doing play-by-play Kashmir high school football, playing against the Goats, and it was homecoming. Oh, my God, the poor people there in Lake Chelan watching. It was in the first 4 minutes. Had they already had 28 points or something like that? It was nuts.
They scored 15 points. So you do the math, they went for 2, which, that's just rude. They scored 15 points in 90 seconds.
Wow.
On a senior night. So they honor everybody. They do the big photo with the flowers and the families at midfield, and then the game starts. And big shout out to Rylan Hatmaker. Watch out for him in the NFL in about 4 years.
He was a quarterback for Kashmir, and this kid would set up. He had a cannon. Rye says, I was watching him before the game, 60-yard passes, just standing there on flat feet, just bang, bang, bang. Every time they touched the ball, they scored. In fact, the most exciting, I mean, we're now talking about high school football, but the best part was the kicker kicks off and he kicks the ball into the end zone. And Rye goes, oh my God. I think I'm the most excited. I think I'm the only person in the world most excited about watching a high school football kicking the ball into the end zone. And then he did it every time.
It's unbelievable. And we're talking, for people who don't know, it's 1A North Central Washington high school football. So, like, you have to imagine a kickoff landing in the end zone in the air. I had never even come close to seeing that. But anyway, the Seahawks play the Commanders this week.
I know. Well, one last thing I want to mention is, because it is Halloween, and I noticed that no one's ringing the door for you there. I assume you have no candy. Do you remember that, Mom? We didn't want you guys to ever have any sugar for the first 5 years, 6 years of your life. No sugar, no salt. We wanted to really have a clean palate. Do you remember what we did on Halloween, your first Halloween? We got a bunch of little bags of carrots, and we ran ahead to every house in the neighborhood and said, when we show up, please give our kid these carrots. So we had placed about 13 bags of carrots. So every time we'd go to a house, you guys got carrots. You were first time trick-or-treating, so you had no idea. And they're like, oh, okay, that's the Curleys. Here we go. And they give them carrots. Well, then we thought you guys would be done. You'd be too tired. And you're like, we want to go to other houses. So then I'd have to reach into your bag and pull carrots out and then run to the next house. And Charlie said, it's really weird. We keep going to houses, but we don't seem to be getting more stuff.
More carrots.
You don't remember that?
No.
I bet they were really excited for their second Halloween.
Wow. All right.
Carrots.
You're not.
Well, no, because then Dad would buy all the candy.
Yeah. Right. I'd just buy all They would get all the candy in a great big pile, and I'd come downstairs. I'd put a tuxedo on with a top hat, and I'd go, Candy Man's here to buy candy. Who's got candy? And then Rob would go, I'll sell you my Snickers for $1. And Charlie's like, I'll sell you mine for 50 cents. I said, well, 50 cents beats $1. I'll take. Rob's like, how about 25? And then Charlie would be like, no, you can't do that. And I would buy up all the candy from them, working them off on the side.
Yeah, all these lessons in free market, and we should have turned out to be geniuses.
Milton Friedman, you are. So come on, quick bit of music. Prediction: what do you think when the Seahawks take on the Commanders? Right, Roller?
I think Jaden Daniels will play their quarterback. I think, the Commanders really need this one. I'm thinking, I do think the Seahawks will win 31-23.
31-23. Take it to the bank.
The Seahawks are so damn good. What a time to be alive.
Thanks, Roller. Happy Halloween. Get yourself some carrots. Love.
Love.
There he goes out the door. Bum, bum, bum.
Carrots.
I know. You should have seen the parents looking at us like it was like child abuse.
Serious?
Really? You want us to give this to your kids? I was like, yeah. Really?
You're making them lie for you, basically.
It's all part of it. It turned out all right. Yeah. Lori, how are we looking on traffic?
Traffic is brought to you by the KIRO Radio Rundown. I-5 northbound in SeaTac, we have a collision. Move now from the HOV lane over to the right lane. Tacoma to Federal Way now, an hour and 3 minutes. Southbound I-5 in Everett at 526, a collision in the HOV lane, making you drive Linwood to Seattle, 41 minutes. Bellevue to Everett is an hour and 14 minutes in both directions of 167. Pretty slow from Auburn to Sumner. And all lanes of 405 southbound through Renton are going to be closed this weekend for roadwork. Starts tonight at 1 minute before midnight all the way through Monday morning at 4 a.m. Text newsletter to 888-973-5476 and subscribe to the daily KIRO News Radio Rundown. Get the latest news and updates from your favorite KIRO News Radio shows straight to your inbox. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
Most guys take better care of their car or their truck than they do themselves, kind of pride themselves on that. I understand that whole idea. Who's your doctor? Primary doctor. I don't have one. I don't need a doctor. Yeah, next thing you know, you're grabbing your chest, you got a heart attack, or you got diabetes or cancer. Let's face it, you want to take care of yourself. Maybe you think you're made of steel, but let's face it, there are people that love you and they want you to be around as long as possible. So, do it for them. Do it for your wife. Do it for your kids. Whoever you want to do it for. I know you're tough. You don't need a doctor, but this is a gift to everybody else because they want you around as long as possible. So you sign up at Longevity Medical Clinic, and a doctor works with you. And the doctor is going to ask you to do 4 blood draws a year, and then you're going to have that doctor talk to you for an hour as they go through an extensive blood test, and they can see everything. They see how you're aging, and then they make small incremental changes to stop the big bad stuff like heart disease, diabetes, and cancer from coming after you and taking you out of the game early. But the first thing you need to do is take that free health analysis at longevitymedicalclinic.com.
A 55-yard interception return by Easley.
Celebrating 50 years of Seahawks football.
Number 45, Kenny Easley, as pure an athlete as has ever played that free safety position. Saw him the very first day at training camp after his first-round draft choice. All of us veterans looked at each other and said, we've got something here, and we sure did.
Since the beginning, KIRO is where Seattle and the Pacific Northwest have heard the Seahawks play. Here's to the next 50 years.
You've been hearing me rave about my experiences with Integrity Roofing and Construction. Well, you won't believe what Integrity is doing in October. They're giving away a free roof to someone in need. That's right, a free roof. Do you know a deserving family who could benefit from a free roof? Then visit IntegrityRC.com, click on the Integrity Cares page, and nominate someone today. What an incredible opportunity to help someone upgrade and protect their home. Go to IntegrityRC.com now, click on the Integrity Cares page, and nominate someone in need. IntegrityRC.com, because doing the right thing matters.
It's the Medicare Advantage annual enrollment period, and Humana knows not everyone has the same needs when picking a Medicare Advantage plan.
Now that I'm retired, I want to enjoy the life I've worked hard to build. So I want a plan that covers me when I'm traveling the country.
Humana has a plan for that.
As a veteran, I want a plan that fills in the gaps my VA coverage doesn't provide, like dental care.
Humana has a plan for that.
I feel good about my health. I just want care and coverage with predictable costs. No surprises.
Humana has a plan for that. With a Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you get coverage and benefits that focus on what matters most to you. Learn more at gethumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO and PPO organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
If you're a veteran struggling with your monthly bills, VA loan expert Steve Teitler of Best Mortgage has some good news for you.
Rates have dropped recently, and this could be a great time for our veterans to think about a cash-out refinance to get out of your high-interest rate debt. For example, one of our clients had a 2.25% VA loan, but he owed more than $155,000 on credit cards and a home equity loan. So we paid off all of that debt and replaced his mortgage with a VA cash-out refinance. And the new VA loan saved him $1,268 per month. So give us a call and see if a VA cash-out refi can help save you money. And remember, with a VA loan, you can buy a home with no money down.
And you can help non-veterans as well.
That's right. If you have a conventional loan, we'll run the numbers and see if we can help save you money, too.
Honest advice you can trust from the VA loan experts, Best Mortgage. Call now, 425-649-6000. Best Mortgage, 425-649-6000.
With football season comes cooler weather, so if you need new windows and doors, don't drop the ball. Steve Rabel here. Call on locally owned Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington to tackle your project. Their wide selection of windows and doors always beats the competition, and they'll give you top-notch customer service with no trick plays. Schedule a free consultation with Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. Go to PellaPNW.com. That's PellaPNW.com.
Hey everyone, Hartley Wilcox here. And I'm Charlie Wilcox from Wilcox Family Farms. Our family's been raising hens and gathering fresh eggs right here for over 100 years.
That's right. Our hens roam free on green pastures, soaking up the sunshine and living their best chicken lives.
We don't do shortcuts. No cages, no chemicals, just honest-to-goodness eggs laid fresh every day.
And when you buy Wilcox eggs, you're not just getting breakfast. You're supporting local farmers like us. Clean food, and a family that's been doing it right for generations.
So next time you're at the grocery store,
skip the out-of-state eggs and grab the ones with our name on them.
Wilcox Family Farms. Fresh, local, trusted. Find fresh Wilcox eggs at Safeway, Albertsons, or Town and Country Markets. And for a healthy snack on the go, grab some ready-to-eat hard-boiled eggs in a convenient to-go 2-pack. Wilcox Family Farms eggs, locally fresh since 1909.
Hey, it's John Curley with some great news. If your home's heating or cooling is uneven, noisy, or expensive, listen up. The Quilt Ductless Heat Pump System from Home Comfort Alliance is changing the game. It gives you room-by-room control and next-gen efficiency, so you're only heating where you need it. That means real comfort and real savings. And every quilt system qualifies for max tax credits. Trusted for 50 years. Call the comfort people today at homecomfortalliance.com.
The insurance world, it can be confusing, so have First Mark Insurance guide you through it by taking the free First Mark Challenge. They'll explore offerings from top carriers for better coverage and lower rates. They save the Heward family thousands. Go to firstmarkinsurance.com.
Busy enjoying some of these Reese's peanut butter cups there. Halloween.
Yeah. God, I'm going to get my costume back on. Sugar.
Where was this thing? This was left on the studio from this has been in here for a while.
It's a mystery. You found
It's a mystery, I know. That goes back over there. Kim Kardashian now, since Katy Perry was able to fly to the moon and become an astronaut or close to the moon, and then I guess now you're going to have someone like Kim Kardashian taking some time away from finding a cure for cancer to figure out whether or not we actually landed on the moon.
For the record, do you think that we didn't walk on the moon?
I don't think we did. I think it was fake. I've seen a few videos on Buzz Aldrin talking about how it didn't happen.
The moon! You guys, I will have to tell you, look at the moon. That's amazing.
Katy Perry. Okay, so Buzz Aldrin said it didn't happen.
No, he didn't.
He says it all the time now in interviews.
That's not true.
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Maybe we should find Buzz Aldrin. Oh my God, Chloe should get him on her podcast.
Oh, yeah.
A conspiracy theory podcast. Why does Buzz Aldrin say it didn't happen? There's no gravity on the moon. Why is the flag blowing? The shoes that they have in the museum that they wore on the moon is a different print in the photos. Why are there no stars?
And what do you have to say to the people who are going to say you're crazy for saying that?
They're going to say I'm crazy no matter what. But go to TikTok. See for yourself.
Is this show still on the air?
Yeah, it's like a whole new version of the show.
Good God. Nick watches that Real Housewives of Salt Lake because she's still mourning the fact they didn't choose her. Oh, my God, your brains leak out your ear when you watch that show.
It's so bad. My wife loves crap like that, too.
Oh, just please.
By the way, Buzz is 95 years old.
Has he admitted that he didn't go to the moon? Kim Kardashian's going to get to the bottom of it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's do it. Lori's going to check traffic. Lori, let's go.
Oh, pretty heavy traffic both directions of I-5 past US 2 right now. Everett to Seattle, an hour, 7 minutes. Everett to Bellevue, just under an hour, which is about a 19-minute delay. Now, Everett to Marysville is pretty heavy, also an 8-minute delay. Bellevue to Seattle, both lake bridges right now. It's going to take you 4 minutes longer than usual. Federal Way to Seattle, it looks like... I'm not sure on that one. It's from Tacoma. Federal Way to Tacoma is a 17-minute drive and 3 minutes longer than usual. If you're heading over the mountain passes right now, no restrictions on either I-90 or US 2. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
Looking for even more Seahawks content? Then you gotta check out The Reset. Hey, it's G. Scott, and every week, me and my co-host and Seahawks great Brandon Meebane talk Seahawks. We break down the matchups, and we're joined by former Seahawks players.
From Lakewood to Lombardi, Seahawks champion, my main man, Jermaine Kearse.
What up, G? Watch The Reset live on YouTube or subscribe on the Seattle Sports app.
Experience the thrill of seeing orcas and humpback whales with Puget Sound Express. Join their family-run tours for guaranteed whale sightings, departing daily from Edmonds. These are Seattle's most popular and well-reviewed whale tours. Book now at PugetSoundExpress.com.
Guys, tired all the time, gaining weight, low drive? These aren't just signs of aging. They could be low testosterone or other underlying issues. Right now, Revive Men's Health Washington is making it easier to get answers with a comprehensive wellness panel. It's not just a lab test, it's where better performance begins. Our providers will check your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. A $400 value for just $99, or free if you start treatment. Over 120,000 men have trusted Revive to restore their energy, mood, and confidence. So if you're ready to feel better and live stronger, call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Offer ends November 30th. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
Download the KIRO Newsradio app, where you can watch us live or stream us live anywhere, anytime.
How would this initiative, whatever this initiative is, how would he fund it?
Stay connected everywhere. Download the KIRO Newsradio app.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
No, it's not too soon to start holiday shopping. Ulta Beauty's early Black Friday event is happening now through November 22nd. Shop $10 beauty minis from brands like MAC and Too Faced. Take 30% off Lancome and Touchland fragrances and body mists. With new offers dropping every week, our associates can help you find the perfect gifts. Head into Ulta Beauty today to shop our early Black Friday event. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Now through November 16th, new Comcast Business customers can get started with 150 megabit internet plus security for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig package. Call today. Restrictions apply. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and auto-pay with bank account. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
A KIRO Newsradio exclusive.
This is Charlie Harder. I've spent the past 6 weeks investigating a story involving a youth pastor, child abuse, a mayor, and a name change, all while civic leaders appear to look the other way.
I've read the police report. It is horrible. It is sickening.
There's some level of calculation there.
You have to make it right.
How does no one have a problem with it?
Watch the full story at mynorthwest.com and the KIRO Newsradio YouTube page.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
At Bank of America, we asked our people, how do you take ownership of your career?
I'm able to grow my way by putting the priorities that I have for my career first.
I thrive on being a leader who's behind the team, not in front of the team.
Every few years, I'm being re-energized because I get to do something different and learn something new.
See how our teammates are growing in their careers at bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America. Proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
This week at Jazz Alley, Elvin Bishop's Big Fun Trio joins forces with Grammy-winning bluesman Cedric Burnside for 4 nights of down-home, high-energy blues. Shows run Thursday through Sunday. Tickets at jazzalley.com.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. As the government shutdown drags on, it's getting worse for air travelers and for air traffic control staff. CBS's Nicole Valdez with more.
Frustration is mounting at Nashville's International Airport today, where some passengers dealt with nearly 2-hour delays. Like Elizabeth Payne, who realized she was going nowhere fast after one flight and then another was delayed.
Just really a pain, and we'll probably stay here instead for the weekends.
The FAA blames a shortage of air traffic controllers as the shutdown reaches 31 days. Roughly 13,000 air traffic controllers missed their first full paycheck on Tuesday.
JFK, Newark, and LaGuardia airports are under FAA traffic restrictions due to high winds and reduced staffing. President Trump is responding to court filings ordering his administration to continue food aid funding amid the shutdown. CBS's Linda Kenyon.
The president said his administration lawyers do not think they have the legal authority to do so, and he says he's told them to request clarification. He added, quote, "If we are given the appropriate legal direction by the court, it will be my honor to provide the funding, just like I did with military and law enforcement pay," unquote. He also blamed Democrats for the shutdown.
3 other federal assistance programs are still set to lose funding tomorrow, leaving many low-income families scrambling. The FBI says that it has thwarted a potential terrorist attack in suburban Detroit. WWJ's Charlie Langton reports.
Residents in Dearborn, Michigan, awakening to the FBI conducting a raid and arrests, stopping what the FBI Director Kash Patel says was a potential terrorist threat during the Halloween weekend.
At 4:30 in the morning, he heard a bang, and then all of a sudden he heard bang, 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 and he thought it was like a gun.
The FBI, assisted by Michigan State Police, with raids in Dearborn and nearby Inkster, still waiting on formal charges for those arrested. Charlie Langton for CBS News, Detroit.
In Chicago, children and families have seen immigration enforcement action involving tear gas as part of Operation Midway Blitz. Democratic Congressman Mike Quigley of Illinois is calling for an investigation into the Homeland Security Department, and
I'm going to call for a significant reduction in funding for ICE and a restoration of the millions cut for programs that actually keep us safe.
Getting underway in Toronto right now, Game 6 of the World Series between the Blue Jays and LA Dodgers. Toronto fans are excited.
I will shed some tears if they win.
It's going to be great if they can do it tonight, and can't wait.
I think this time we're going to win it in 6.
One loss from elimination, the LA Dodgers have again shaken up their lineup. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Alaska Airlines has new plans to address their IT outages. More on that coming up. But first, let's check out the real-time traffic desk with Lori.
Really heavy traffic today, especially past US 2. Everett to Seattle right now, 1 hour and 7 minutes. If you're heading from Everett to Bellevue, just under an hour at 52 minutes. Now, if you're heading from Bellevue to Seattle, both lake bridges starting to jam up right at about the west end of the bridge, about a 4-minute delay. 16 westbound, pretty heavy from the east end of the bridge all the way into Gig Harbor. Heading over the mountain passes right now, we're not seeing any delays. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
And good evening. I'm Nate Connors. With SNAP benefits halted, the city of Seattle is stepping in. According to the Seattle Times, Mayor Bruce Harrell says the city will direct up to $4 million a month to food banks. The emergency funding will continue through December or until SNAP resumes. Alaska Airlines is bringing in an outside party to review its IT systems after 3 major incidents in just over 3 months. KIRO News Radio's Heather Bosch reports.
Alaska Airlines says it's bringing in Accenture, a global information technology consulting firm, to audit the airline's IT systems. This after a Microsoft Azure cloud outage knocked out the airline's online services Wednesday, causing delays. Problems at the airline's primary data center prompted it to ground its fleet for hours the week before and back in July, stranding passengers.
We spent more time waiting in line to try to figure out our canceled flight than it took to fly from China to Seattle.
Heather Bosch, KIRO News Radio.
Well, there have been no major flight delays at SeaTac Airport so far today. A spokesperson says operations operations are running smoothly, with delays staying within normal ranges. He credits the federal workers who are still coming to work even though they are not getting paid because of the government shutdown. Today, we learned the University of Denver will join the West Coast Conference in July. Seattle U joined earlier this year.
Denver's Vice Chancellor for Athletics, Josh Burlow, says they're pumped up for Monday night's non-conference men's basketball game against Seattle U here in Seattle.
We want to have more fans and Denver fans in the arenas of our competitors than they want to be there.
I love it. Well, we'll wish him the best of luck with that.
Seattle U's Vice President for Athletics, Shani Fink, says it's great for the conference to have Denver with its competitive athletics program and strong academic profile. And she says it's been great for Seattle U to be part of the conference because it gets more eyeballs on their teams, both in person and on TV. Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
By the way, that Seattle-Denver game starts 7 p.m. Monday at Red Hawk Center. And now your weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exterior. Stormy weather is brewing up across the region with rain getting heavy tonight with each passing hour. The rain tapers off Saturday, but that wind will pick up in a high near 60 tomorrow. Right now, rain and a chilly 51 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Nate Connors, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Hi, you've reached the John Curley Show listener introduction line.
Oh, boy.
Please tell us a little bit about yourself and why you enjoy the show.
Please be
Thank
normal.
you.
Please, for the love of God.
So I get a phone call one day from a farmer down the southern end. Okay. And he says, I hear you give out potatoes on Halloween. I said, who told you? He didn't even tell me his name. He says, I think it's great. I want to donate. I said, well, I don't give dinky potatoes. I give out big bacon potatoes. He says, I grow them too.
Pat Boyd, the Potato Man.
Wow.
On Pine Street in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, from New Jersey originally.
Doesn't sound like. That sounds like a PA accent all the way.
He's been around in our New Jersey, Lancaster for a while. We had him on yesterday. The funny thing was, we thought, we'll talk to him for he's talking about giving out potatoes at Halloween. 7 minutes.
Yeah.
It was a hard 26.
Oh, boy.
There were potatoes that had just been planted, and they had grown to their full size by the time he had finished. There we go. Yeah. Never again, someone's going to be playing the Know-It-All quiz shortly.
Ooh,
that's right. You got a good person?
I think I do.
Yeah, good. All right. Let's see. Taking a bit of stuff. All right. So this is the you're hearing all of everybody in the news about shocking the cost of Obamacare. The costs are going to go up. So I found this. I'm going to read it for you because there's just enough here for everybody to enjoy. Give me sad music on this one because it's less sad, and then we'll switch to something happy. Because, everybody's, the poor people are not going to have any Medicare, not going to have any health care. It's going to be skyrocketing and head snapping, and the price is going to be so high. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services this week released a fact sheet on Obamacare's pricing next year. And here is the important line. The average marketplace premium after tax credit is projected to be $50 per month for the lowest cost plan in 2026 for eligible employees. That's right. Nearly 6% of eligible enrollees will have access to plans in their chosen health plan category at or below $50 after tax credit. That's right. You read it correctly. Well, thank you. The taxpayers, on average, are projected to cover 91% of the lowest cost plan premiums for 2026. The people that are getting screwed, on this one, are Next year, the sticker shock is largely concentrated in Americans that are age 55 and older, with incomes above 400% of poverty line. Affluent, early retirees, and you know who you are with your Skechers on, who represent a fraction of the overall enrollment and aren't a compelling case for income transfers that could cost over $450 billion over 10 years.
Keep on doing it. Gotta get it, baby. Oh, gotta get it.
So everything you're hearing about, oh no, the Republicans. I said to Joe, did you know that number?
No,
$50?
Nope.
Nope. You. All right.
And one other thing. 'Cause
Yes.
You told me this the other day, and I had no idea. But even if the subsidies were extended,
yeah, they're a little tiny percentage up
it's
there.
like 3%. So for the people who are seeing huge jumps in their premium costs, that would pretty much be happening anyway. It would be slightly less. If
right. Because the problem is it's not a marketplace. The problem is healthcare corporations, hospital corporations. They love the fact that the government comes in and subsidizes this thing. The market is completely upside down and absolutely manipulated. There is no marketplace. So, I don't know what anything costs. The hospital, hey, charge this, charge that. It's just all in cahoots. All right. So, Billie, say her last name correctly for me?
Eilish.
She is, so yesterday she's receiving an award. This is, she's accepting the Wall Street Journal gives out awards? Wall Street Journal Music Innovator Award. Who knew? So she gets the award, and then she has this to say.
I'd say if you have money, it would be great to use it for good things and maybe give it to some people that need it. And
because who's in the audience? Mark Zuckerberg's in the audience?
No idea.
I think he's there and a few other billionaires that are there. Yeah. So again, if you have money, it'd be a good idea to give it away.
use it for good things. And
give it away for good things.
maybe give it to some people that need it.
Just give it to people who need it.
And love you all, but there's a few people in here that have a lot more money than me. And if you're a billionaire, why are you a billionaire?
Oh, my God. That's when I'd run up on stage. I'd start screaming Milton Friedman stuff at it. So why are you a billionaire?
I would just say, we're in a time right now where the world is really, really bad and really dark. And
yeah, right. Go back to what, the 16th century, maybe 15th, 18th century? Really bad. The world's really, really bad. My God.
people need empathy and help more than kind of ever, especially in our country. No hate, but yeah, give your money away, shorties.
Okay. So she, Billie, then makes a big deal of the fact that she gave away how much, Joe?
$11.5 million.
So less than 3% of her annual income. The average 55-year-old black woman living in Mississippi gives away 10% of her annual income. Billie Eilish gives away 3.5% there, but she made $300 million with her 7,000 square foot house that she paid $14 million for. And when she's talking about the rich people that are there in the room, Spotify, by the way, Spotify employs 7,309 people. And the reason Billie has any money at all is because of Spotify. Because the two guys from Spotify that are now billionaires, which apparently Billie has a problem with, they created Spotify so you could get your crappy songs on the radio or get your crappy songs up online so people could listen to them. And then you could make $300 million in 1 year or $250 million in 1 year because you had $50 billion downloads. And then you took the money, 3.5% of what you made in that year, and then gave it away to some charity. But to sit there and say, why are you a billionaire? They're a billionaire because somebody wanted them to pay for their service. The reason Jeff Bezos is a billionaire because he can make something appear at your house in 12 hours. That's why he's a billionaire. You're a millionaire, soon to be possibly at some point in your life, maybe a billionaire because people listen to your songs. They're willing to pay money for your songs, which they get on Spotify, which was created by two guys that got venture capitalists from other billionaires in order to build it. And the stock, by the way, just so you know, Billy, is 84% of the stock of Spotify is held by institutions. That means the teachers union in Texas gets $150 million from Spotify. And then also the teachers union in Ohio has about $60 million worth of Spotify stock. And then the New Jersey pension as well, paying for firefighters and garbage collectors. There's 837,000 members there in New Jersey that are enjoying the stocks from Mark Zuckerberg, from Meta, from Spotify. So in a way, the billionaires that got the money, that then created all the jobs, that then create the stock, that then satisfies pensions and takes care of teachers' unions in New Jersey and Ohio. Why don't you just give your $11 million to somebody and see what they do with it? Will they create a job with it? Will it create stock? Will it create wealth? Or it'll just be given away to some charity that Billy thinks is a good investment of her time and money. Her 3.5% of her income, far below what is given from the poorest people in the poorest parts of the United States. Go screw yourself. I can't stand that. It's obviously she's not very bright. I mean, she's a great musician, right? Her and her brother write really interesting music, but you obviously have no idea how it works. That the world is in such a bad place right now, and you're a billionaire. Maybe, I don't know why you've got the money. You know, she didn't want to go too far saying, you know, maybe we shouldn't have billionaires. But, like, do you have any idea? Just go give the money away to somebody? Why aren't you saying anything? Why are you looking at me like that? Got me all worked up.
I'm not. I know when not to intervene.
No, it's just... What, am I wrong?
I don't know. I certainly don't think there's anything wrong with her donating any amount to charity, and I don't think there's anything wrong with her encouraging billionaires to do it. I'm with you that I don't think I'm not one of the billionaire shouldn't exist crowd. You know, I think they're certainly, like Milton Friedman said, they're not putting all their money under their mattress.
They're not
doing
that.
Investing it in other things.
No, here she is again. Here's her whole thing. Keeping all that in mind, right?
I'd say if you have money, it would be great to use it for good things.
I agree. Use it for good things. Invest in a company. Start a business. Employ people. Create wealth. Give it to a charity. Make sure the charity has metrics that you could judge as to whether or not it's using your money well.
And maybe give it to some people that need it.
How do you determine need? You're just going to give it to people who need it.
And love you all, but there's a few people in here that have a lot more money than me. And if you're a billionaire, why are you a billionaire?
Oh, that really blows me.
Would just say, like, we're in a time right now where the world is really, really bad and really dark, and people need empathy and help more than kind of ever, especially in our country. No hate, but yeah, give your money away, shorties.
What does that mean? What's shorties mean?
It's just a term of endearment.
Okay. All right. Fine.
And I'm sure a lot of the people in that room do give a lot of their money away.
Yeah, they get big, huge tax breaks to give their money away. There's what happens. You're really, really rich. The accountant says to you, well, the government's going to take this. That's if you don't have it hidden in some sort of trust or something like that. And then the government's going to take this from you, so you better give it away. So it's like a big block of cheese. You slice off the big block of cheese and give it away to a charity, or the government takes it. But most of those guys have all their money in trust. They're able to move it around and hide it. The kind of crazy thing that they do, I don't think it's fair, but these are the laws, and just simply working through the laws and how they're set up. So you have all your assets. Let's say you got, I don't know, $50 million in assets that are sitting in the stock market. You could take a loan off of that. So you get a loan off of that, so it's not taxed. You don't have to touch it. You're not cashing it in, so you don't get any capital gains on. Take a loan off your assets. There, now you got that money. It's not being taxed. You'll pay some interest on the loan, but it's not getting taxed on it. See how they work their way around it. But what they'd have to do is they would have to, like, change the law. Well, the reason they don't want to change the law is because the accountants and the lobbyists of the billionaires and millionaires go to Washington, D.C., and they make sure, hey, can you make sure this thing, that thing, don't tax this and don't tax that. The greatest line during the debate between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, she said, you know, he doesn't pay taxes. And he says, yeah, I don't, because I'm smart. I'm using all the laws that you and your friends helped write. Remember that moment?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and people it's like, yeah, that's right, because I'm using the laws. People call them loopholes. They're not loopholes. Those are laws that are written for the rich of the rich of the rich of the United States, so they don't have to pay those taxes. That's the truth. And if you like big government, you like government carving out, special places for all the rich people or for the lobbyists and stuff, continue to vote for individuals that want to enlarge the size of government.
If there was two things that I've learned from this show that, coming from a not very educated in politics guy, that I would think would change.
It's been a year and a half. It's only two things.
Well, two things I think that Congress should have term limits. And that lobbying that whole industry should just be wiped out. Because that seems so corrupt.
It is corrupt. Here's an easier way to do.
Okay.
Break it all up. First of all, go back to the United States Constitution and see the federal government for what it is and what the rules of the government is supposed to be. Now, if you didn't have a concentrated power all in one place, controlling trillions of dollars, if it wasn't so easy to just simply go to one place, like taking the Department of Agriculture or something, and you have the farmers coming to the Department of Agriculture and they're saying, oh, listen, we're going to subsidize you to grow, high fructose corn syrup. And then they grow all the high fructose corn syrup, and then the government's like, then the farmer goes, well, what are we going to do with all this stuff? You're subsidizing me to produce all this stuff. And then what they do is they turn around and they say they're producers of junk food. Hey, listen, we got all this high fructose corn syrup. You want to put it in something? Yeah, sure. We'll put it in this and we'll put it in that. We'll put it in ketchup. So it keeps moving around. But if you got the government out of all of that crap, then the people don't need to go to one place. Then you're creating a marketplace where you can't go and curry favors. Get one guy to cut out a deal or write something in there. Ken Buck's book, I go back to it all the time. Yep. Right, and he talks about draining the swamp in 2017. He said the most dangerous guy up on the Hill is the guy that just lost the election. Because what happens now, he doesn't have a job for he's going to have a job for a couple of weeks. They're going to work on the budget. And then all of these corporations come to him and hey, sorry about you losing. Listen, if you do us a favor in that big omnibus that nobody reads with 1,400 pages, take this one page and just slip it in there. And just slide it on in there, and don't worry about it. Ooh, don't worry about it. And it'll have a bunch of carve-outs
and they'll create
earmarks.
A job for that person.
And then they're like, oh, hey, you know what? Listen, thanks for doing that. You want to put you on the board? We'll give you $200,000 a year. Yep. Or you get some sweetheart deal or something. John Boehner now works for the tobacco companies. Yeah. So they all slip it in there. It's so unbelievably corrupt. The whole thing's a mess.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah, so what are you going to do? If you just allowed the federal government to pull back on all that. But you'll never be able to do that because once you start these programs, look at everybody all up in arms. Oh, I don't have my SNAP money. Why is the government feeding you? Why? If you're down on your luck, fine. But how long are you going to be down on your luck? And you're going to stay on that program forever? At some point, you got to, get up. Use the money and keep going. But no, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and we don't have any of the money. You're going to be all worked up. We don't even have the money. We have $37 trillion in debt. Here's the great visual. Ready?
Yeah.
A dollar bill is about 6 inches long. You line them all up and let's say they can defy gravity.
Yeah.
How far do they make it into outer space?
We're talking about the totality of the debt?
$1 lined up one next to another.
The national debt.
Yes, national debt. Okay. All the way up.
To the moon.
What's the last planet?
Pluto.
Past that.
Disgusting!
There you go.
Have a Snickers. You need it. You earned it.
Doesn't feel like Halloween. All right. Here's Lori checking traffic. Lori?
Pretty heavy traffic all the way around westbound 90 right now at Island Crest Way. We have a collision in the left lane. North 5 in Seattle, an accident in the right lane. This is at SeaTac. And it was moved from the HOV to the right lane. Everett to Bellevue, just under an hour at 52 minutes. Bellevue to Seattle, both lake bridges, still going to see a jam up. Approaching I-5, about a 4-minute delay. And we're seeing a pretty heavy drive westbound 16 into Gig Harbor. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
A KIRO Newsradio exclusive.
This is Charlie Harker. I've spent the past 6 weeks investigating a story involving a youth pastor, child abuse, a mayor, and a name change, all while civic leaders appear to look the other way. I've read the police report. It is horrible. It is sickening.
There's some level of calculation there.
You have to make it right.
How does no one have a problem with it?
Watch the full story at mynorthwest.com and the KIRO Newsradio YouTube page.
Welcome to this week's Puget Sound Express Whale Report. A super pod of Big's orcas has spent the past week hunting in the waters between Seattle and Port Townsend, according to naturalists from Puget Sound Express. A pod of orcas generally refers to a specific family group. A super pod refers to a larger grouping from multiple families. Right now, the T99s, T137s, and members of the T38 family are gathered together and dispatching seals, sea lions, and harbor porpoises. Tours are also seeing humpback whales and minke whales this time of year. Family-run Puget Sound Express offers daily guaranteed whale watching tours departing from Edmonds. These half-day tours are Seattle's most popular and well-reviewed whale tours. Puget Sound Express also offers tours out of Port Townsend. Don't miss out on your chance to see orcas and humpbacks in the wild. Family-run Puget Sound Express guarantees you'll see whales or your next trip is absolutely free. Book online at PugetSoundExpress.com.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Now through November 16th, new Comcast Business customers can get started with 150 megabit internet plus security for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig package. Call today. Restrictions apply. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and auto pay with bank account. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
If your commercial building is over 20,000 square feet, Washington's Clean Buildings Law not only probably applies to you, but goes into effect as soon as July of 2026. Puget Sound Energy's free Clean Buildings Accelerator is here to help. You'll get step-by-step guidance, easy energy tracking tools, ready-to-use plan templates, and a year of ongoing support. It's a simple way to save energy and lower costs. Sign up at pse.com/clean buildings.
Many retirees are enjoying the retirement lifestyle, but not the high cost of living. We're here with our friend Steve Teitler of Best Mortgage, who says a reverse mortgage may provide some stress relief.
If you're struggling with your mortgage payments or other bills, or maybe you just like some extra money, a reverse mortgage allows you to tap your home equity for tax-free cash. You've worked hard to build up that equity in your home. Now let it work for you. And best of all, you'll have no mortgage payments the rest of your life.
But as you always say, a reverse mortgage is not for everyone.
That's right. Avoid the high-pressure sales pitch from those out-of-state call centers. I give you a consultation, not a sales pitch. I'll tell you if a reverse mortgage is right for you, and I always tell you if it's not.
Honest advice you can trust from the reverse mortgage experts. Best Mortgage, the VA loan experts and debt consolidation specialists too. 425-649-6000. Best Mortgage, 425-649-6000.
Announcing the Royal Corgis.
What have you done?
I wired pounds to London to buy Royal Corgis.
You went to the bank to wire money for Royal Corgis?
That means yes.
You are so dumb. Banks are slow and they hide all kinds of fees and transfers.
Those mutts.
If you want to send money overseas, use Wise. It's faster and never hides fees. Oh, they're fighting, just like the real royal family.
You can save up to 70% when you send money abroad. Be smart. Get Wise. Learn more by visiting wise.com. T's and C's apply.
Guys, want long-term health you can count on? It starts with knowing your numbers. Right now, Revive Men's Health Washington is offering a comprehensive wellness panel, a $400 value for just $99. It checks your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. Take control of your health today and stay strong for the long haul. Offer ends November 30th. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com today. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
At Care Partners Senior Living, we believe in providing quality care at an affordable price. Instead of spending on luxury and expensive art, we invest in our people and accommodations with a focus on compassionate overall health. Our communities offer independent, assisted living, and memory care designed to preserve dignity, independence, in your estate. Affordable, personal, trusted. That's our promise. Please give us a call. We have beautiful Care Partners communities throughout Washington and Arizona. Visit carepartnersliving.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
And welcome. Good evening. I'm Nate Connors. Seattle has given more parents the option to save on child care. The city expanded income eligibility for its child care assistance program, making 2,000 more families eligible. The new guidelines mean a family of 4 earning up to $153,000 may qualify. There's currently no wait list, and the city says those who apply by November 30th could see savings before the end of the year. Amazon made more than $21 billion in profit last quarter as its overall sales beat Wall Street expectations for the third quarter. KIRO 7 TV's Gary Horker has more.
For investors, all eyes were on Amazon Web Services. Revenue for AWS is up 20%, a whopping $33 billion in revenue. That's the fastest growth for AWS in more than a year.
CEO Andy Jassy says the company continues seeing strong demand on AI. It's one of the factors behind the 14,000 job cuts Amazon announced this week. 3 teachers in Monroe are about to get a massive payout. The Washington Supreme Court ruled yesterday they'll keep a $185 million award. They sued Monsanto after getting sick from toxic PCBs at Sky Valley Education Center. Justices voted 6-3 to reinstate that verdict. According to the Seattle Times, this is likely the largest product liability award ever upheld in our state. Monsanto says it's considering more legal options, including an appeal. The governor's mansion is getting ready for Halloween spirit tonight with a Star Wars-themed party. Trick-or-treaters can stop by the executive residence in Olympia from 6 to 7:30 tonight. Washington State Patrol troopers will be on site providing security. And now let's check out that commute. Here's Lori at the real-time traffic desk.
We have a collision westbound 90 at Island Crest Way in the left lane, north 5 at SeaTac, an accident in the right lane. And right now, Linwood to Bellevue, we're seeing a 21-minute drive. Looks like 16 still pretty heavy from the east end of the bridge all the way into Gig Harbor. Oh, here's a new collision. It's northbound I-5 in the U District at 45th. That one's sitting in the left lane. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
Thanks, Lori. Our weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Rain is picking up across the Puget Sound, but we ain't seen nothing yet. It's going to get real heavy in the next couple of hours with up to a half inch just before midnight. Rain and 51 in downtown Seattle right now. I'm Nate Connors, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Here we go with the quick. Oh my gosh, we have to try to get the know-it-all quiz in. And go ahead, Taney, spin the wheel. Wilcox Lane Farm Eggs recipe. All the new names of all the players are on the wheel.
But Nate ran away.
I know he did. Good for him. It lands on Nate. Nate's not here, so I'll fill in one for him. Nate takes an egg, and then he
Yum!
There we go. Thank you. There's officially the Wilcox Farm Eggs recipe.
Nice.
There you go. He does a scene from Realm of the Senses with it.
Okay.
Nice job. Let's meet our contestant now. His name is Mark. He lives in Maple Valley. And the one interesting thing about him is he has had 4 near-death experiences. So that means not just one interesting thing about him, but that's 4 interesting things about him. Those are near-death experiences. Mark, congratulations. Are you still with us, or have you passed again?
No, I'm here still.
Okay. We'll try to stay alive for the next 8 minutes. 4, I mean, some people have 1, and some people have no near-death experiences, but this is known in the business as NDE. So tell me about some of them.
Okay, so we'll start at the beginning. So I was born in 1969 in San Diego, and I was 15 weeks old.
Okay.
I came down with really bad spinal meningitis.
Ooh, okay.
Had to go to the hospital, emergency room, and then intensive care. I'm not sure if they even called it intensive care back then, but and then I almost died from that. In fact, talking to my mom and dad, the doctors had actually
was straight up honest with them. And this is what my dad told me years later, that they told my parents, don't expect them to live.
Wow.
But miracle, God spared me, and I got better.
Okay. And your parents happy about that? I assume they were happy.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Even with the terrible twos coming up. Okay, so that's one.
Yeah. Twos in the teenage years. Okay, that's one. Second
teenage years.
Fast forward. So I'm living in Santee, California, which is just outside San Diego. Okay. And so I would have been maybe 5 years old. And somehow me and my younger sister by 1 year had wandered off from our house and from my mom watching us. And we ended up in a place close to our house. It's called Santee Lakes. So there's a lot of lakes around there.
Oh boy!
Recreational lakes, boat launches, and a lot of docks and stuff like that. And so I remember there were these at the edge of a dock. There were like these large culvert-like metal containers that were in the water that say a diameter of 8 to 10 feet, something like that.
Okay, yeah.
And I was maybe 5. I didn't know how to swim. And so at the cover of these, there were several of them, but they're all covered with this layer of algae, this super vibrant green algae. I'm going off. And I got close to them. I thought that might be like a carpet of grass that I can walk on.
Sure.
So I walked the dock and then fell into these like vertical concrete, not concrete, but metal things. And I just plunged down in the water. I remember, the sunlight going away, me sinking in the water, but then popping back up out of the water.
Yeah.
And so the distance from the surface of the water to where the upper edge of these metal containers was far beyond what my little hands and little arms could grab. But when I came out of that water, my hands somehow, and I don't know how, was able to find like ladder rungs that they had put on the inside of these things. So I was able to grab these ladder rungs out of pier lock. I didn't know how to swim.
Yeah.
And I was able to pull myself up out of onto the dock. And then a few minutes later, the sheriff's department picked me up.
Okay, but Mark, technically, I'm going to have to ask the judges. Technically, that's not a near death. That's just you almost dying. We need you to clinically be dead and then come back to life. Do you
Story number one counts, I
Story
think.
one counts.
One counts.
Right.
2 questionable.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have one where like when you were telling that story, I was experiencing a near-death experience because it went on so long. Okay, now your fourth one. You give me your best one, Mark. Bring it home with your best one. Here we go. Mark died, and then Jesus is like, Mark, thanks for surviving the
not your
culvert.
Time yet.
Not your time yet.
Yeah.
You got one of those?
Oh, okay. I guess I didn't understand what your definition of near death was like where my heart stopped. It wasn't anything like that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's good. Hey, listen. We're glad you're still alive.
Yeah.
You play the quiz because here we go now. You ready? Tone and tenor is going to change. Mark, good luck. You're playing for a whole box of Bite Me cookies. And if you are like of an average-sized human being, I still have a lot of shirts left over under my desk, don't I, Joe?
That's right. Yes, you have
okay.
Small and medium.
Average-sized human being. Here we go. Harry Houdini challenged anyone to do what to him to prove that he was strong. What was it, Joe?
A, make him listen to Cars for Kids commercials over and over again. B, punch him in the stomach. Or C, make him explain blockchain while being hung upside down.
Mark, the answer is...
Oh, man. Those are all horrible, terrible tortures. But punch him right in the bread basket.
You gotta get him in the bread basket. We have the video of him actually. It doesn't look like he's getting hit in the bread basket. A little lower where they keep the nuts for the basket. Number 2, how many does he have correct?
He has 1 correct, John.
Yes, here we go. What number are the kids yelling out loud that's really upsetting all the adults, Joe?
Is it A, 67, B, 68, or C, 69?
I know this one because my son's baseball team, they were all yelling this a couple of weeks ago. It's 6-7. They're all yelling 6-7 on the baseball team. Like, what are they talking about?
Right. By the way, can your kid hit?
Yes.
Good. Okay.
Oh, nice. Good question, John.
Don't you always feel bad for the kid that gets up? Their dad's kind of a spaz, and the kid gets up, strikes out every time.
Oof.
And the dad. Oh, because the dad's freaking out or something like that?
Yeah, it's like, genetically, he gave him a bad hand. It's
all right.
Right?
Not his fault.
Yeah.
No, he's a good hitter. He's a good hitter.
Good hitter. Oh, that makes you feel so good as a dad. Here we go, number 3 for the final one. Rye joined us and reminisced about his first Halloween. What did he get from every house that he went to, Joe?
Did he get A, a rock, B, carrots, or C, a potato?
Carrot.
Yes! Oh, my gosh. We're hanging on there. And a potato. Thank you, Teeny. Mark, what are you going to do this weekend? Anything exciting going on?
I hope not.
What's that? What are you doing?
I hope not.
You hope not. Yeah, please stay away from open cauldrons and stay away from anything that's sharp or ladders.
Avoid the water.
Avoid the water and black cats, and don't walk under a ladder.
Well, I had advice.
Yes. Okay. We're getting.
I hope he's not having a near-death experience.
World. All right, Mark. Have yourself a fabulous weekend. Go Seahawks, and thanks a lot for listening. We certainly appreciate it. Cookies coming your way, my friend. Stay alive for us and enjoy those. Okay. Let's check in with Lori, who's got traffic for us. Get them home, Lori.
Yeah, we've got a few accidents we're dealing with. Westbound 90 at Island Crest Way in the left lane. Northbound I-5 in SeaTac. It looks like that may be cleared over to the shoulder. It's been going on for quite some time. And then North 5 in the U District at 45th. That one's in the left lane. It looks like we have about a 21-minute drive now, Linwood to Bellevue. And if you're heading across the lake bridges, they're jamming up from Bellevue to Seattle, approaching I-5, about a 4-minute delay. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
Celebrating 50 years of Seahawks football.
Number 54, Bobby Wagner, linebacker, one of the finest of his generation. He set just about every tackling record that can be set. He was the heart and soul of one of the best defenses to ever play in the National Football League.
Since the beginning, KIRO is where Seattle and the Pacific Northwest have heard the Seahawks play. Here's to the next 50 years.
Life's expensive enough, isn't it? Groceries, gas, kids' activities. Sometimes your roof needs replacing, but your budget says not now. Hi, I'm Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. We want to help with an offer to lift that weight off your shoulders. Get 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for up to 24 months. Or save up to $3,000 on a new roof today. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com.
Psst, hey, quick heads up. If your building's over 20,000 square feet, Washington's Clean Buildings Law means you may need to meet new energy standards starting July of 2026. Luckily, Puget Sound Energy has this free program called the Clean Buildings Accelerator that makes it way easier to comply with the Clean Buildings Performance Standard. They walk you through the steps, help track your energy use, even give you plan templates. I signed up. It's simple, and it's saving me money already. Check it out at psc.com/clean buildings.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Makita knows that pros never settle, and neither do we. With Makita, you get tools that perform at the highest level on every job without compromise. Makita is for the most detailed pros, expertly engineered to deliver precision, job after job. When your work calls for the best, call on Makita. Makita, built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Hey, it's John Curley with some great news. If your home's heating or cooling is uneven, noisy, or expensive, listen up. The Quilt Ductless Heat Pump System from Home Comfort Alliance is changing the game. It gives you room-by-room control and next-gen efficiency, so you're only heating where you need it. That means real comfort and real savings, and every quilt system qualifies for max tax credits. Trusted for 50 years. Call the comfort people today at HomeComfortAlliance.com.
Hartley here from Wilcox Family Farms. I'm so excited to have my cousin Amelia with me today. So, I saw that you visited the baby chicks.
I got to hold 7 of them. They were so cute.
Do you know why Wilcox chickens are so happy?
Because they get to play outside?
Yes.
Happy chickens are healthy chickens.
From our farm to your table, Wilcox Family Farms eggs. Locally fresh
since 1909.
Wellness. How do you practice it easily every day? At Olympic Hot Tub, we have more ways to achieve total wellness at home than ever before. Immerse yourself and let jets melt stress away in a saltwater hot spring spa. Swim in the privacy of your own backyard in an endless pool swim spa. Retreat to cozy warmth and detox in an amazing Tilo sauna. Then awaken your mind and body with a cold plunge. You'll be saying, ah, in no time. Your path to wellness starts today at Olympic Hot Tub. Better you, better life.
With football season comes cooler weather, so if you need new windows and doors, don't drop the ball. Steve Rabel here. Call on locally owned Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington to tackle your project. Their wide selection of windows and doors always beats the competition, and they'll give you top-notch customer service with no trick plays. Schedule a free consultation with Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. Go to PellaPNW.com. That's PellaPNW.com.
KIRO News Radio has your chance to win 4 tickets to the Seahawks game on Sunday, November 9th. Head to the KIRO News Radio app, click the Win tab in the bottom right corner, and enter to win. You can enter once per day, so the more times you enter through the KIRO News Radio app, the better your odds will be. Do it every day, October 28th through November 3rd. Details and rules at mynorthwest.com/win. From the station where the 12s hear the Hawks, KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
You can count on trusted local news and information from the Seattle Times, one of the few independent, locally owned news organizations in the country, right here in the Pacific Northwest. Subscribe today and don't miss a beat at seattletimes.com/subscribe. The John Curley Show mailbag is brought to you by Pendergast Law.
Here we are. You ready, Joe? Huh? Oh, look out for the scary ghost. We lost the ghost in the wide shot. Huh? All right, let's wait for Joe. Show seems like the show feels to me like it's kind of running on one cylinder. You get that feeling? Just me?
It feels like another holiday around here.
It does. Why is that? Because it's a weird sort of...
Everyone's taking off to go to their Halloween parties, I guess.
Yeah, okay. Here comes Joe with some spooky letters. Hopefully people were nice to Mark when it came to near-death experience. What Mark meant was, I almost died. Technically, he almost died once with the spina bifida thing or whatever. He had the...
That sounded serious.
Yeah. Okay.
It's okay.
All right.
You did great.
Hudson,
the quiz.
Be so kind.
I remember. On a mailman to be mess with me. On a mailman. Everything no. On a mailman bring the mail to you.
Don't.
I think it started going downhill when I asked Mr. Owens to play the guitar.
Yeah.
Whoa, the scary ghost. It caught me off guard. I thought yeah. All right, then we're going to meet the letter of the day. But first,
he was not mic'd up for that. You know, it might have been
noise cancellation was trying to cancel it out.
Yeah, it might have been a lot better.
It was us. Yeah. Technically,
I think it was us.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
We're getting the letter of the day. First, take care of all the rest. Joe?
Dennis in Seattle says, Joseph, give me Barabbas. Pramila Jayapal, be quiet. I'm trying to watch my stories. Brought to you by Folgers Coffee.
Wow, Dennis is going deep into all that stuff. Give us Barabbas. Rachel C. on the punch or treat guy. Got to work for that candy. That
was that first drop, I think we played.
Yep.
Hee-haw. Aaron says, what do you call a haunted Wilcox Family Farm chicken? A poultrygeist.
Hee-haw, still hanging in there. Sarah, the wiener dog wrangler from Maple Valley, says, why was 6 afraid of 7? Andrew, go ahead.
Because 6, 7?
Oh, come on.
No,
Andrew.
7, 6,
7, 8, 9. There we go. Yes.
Robin Lake Stevens says, regarding your longevity commercial, I can assure you no new woman is going to wear the dead wife's clothes. Just not going to happen.
Wow. True that. Doug in Mount Vernon says the existential hour with John Curley. Sorry about that.
Brad the Painter says, when I was 7, my dad told me the story of the Houdini stomach punch and how to tighten up your abs, so I started practicing every day. After a while, I developed an awesome six-pack, and I still have it to this day.
But would you let someone just come up to you and just punch you in the stomach?
If he could prepare for it.
Andrew K. says, beautiful monologue. Thank you, Andrew K.
Tina in the 425 says, I instantly gratified myself by ordering a roasting pan from Costco while listening to John. Heck, we don't even eat turkey, but I feel so much better.
Okay, I deserve it. Andres 425 says, John finally got something out of Lori.
That's right. She was busting your chops a little bit.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mark's near-death stories. We love you, Mark. This is all love.
Yes.
Jeff in Long Branch says, come on, this is only a 3-hour show. We get 25 minutes to the potato guys.
253, hello, I've had 17 near deaths.
I kind of want to call him. 360 said that story was a bit of a letdown. I think Mark should only get half the cookies.
Oh, my God. This is not fair. No one's going to want to play the know-it-all quiz. I know, Teeny. It's not fair to Mark.
He aced the quiz. He had fun.
That story was a bit of a letdown. I think
that's the one I
used. Paul in Sammamish says, new segment, why Mark's parents failed him.
He was living on the edge. Unicycle Mike says, oh, the Buy Me cookies just came the other day. Thank you. They're super good.
You're welcome, Unicycle Mike. Talking Sports with Rye, Shannon Duval says, love the Rye segments. He's so articulate and insightful. He is a star.
Carla in the 425 says, dang, did I miss Rye on the show? What hour can I replay to hear it? 4:30.
There we go.
Hour 2.
RC in Edmonds. I love North Central Washington High School football on KOZI 103.7 FM.
Barbara in the 425 says, and all that, and Rye turned out okay. Love that kid.
Yeah, we tortured him. God,
I'm going to read this one because it's too long for you.
Okay, a lot of words.
This is on billionaires and deficits. Colin in Bellevue says, I bet you won't read this on the air. The absurdity of saying SNAP is the reason for the deficit. Why does John always crap on the poor and SNAP recipients, yet I never hear him rail against the subsidies we dole out to companies like ExxonMobil or how much money we sent to Israel? But yes, the people trying to get food money are the enemy. Shaking my head.
I never said the deficit is part of that.
You did not. I would.
Thank you, but thank you for Colin for writing. Okay, Jeff in Kirkland says, strange hearing John say teachers union getting money from billionaires is a good thing. I was just explaining how pensions work.
And now it is time for the letter of the day.
Paul in Sammamish again. He said, Nostradamus warned us that aliens will send a comet to obliterate Earth when the cult of 6-7 emerges. You've been warned.
Nostradamus.
I wonder what happened to that comet.
Man, your ways are sand. Man, your ways are sand. Without your trees are waiting.
That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote.
Didn't write no more.
Didn't write no more.
Nope.
She left the bloomer hanging round my front door.
You ever seen how unattractive this lead singer is?
Yes, the last time we played that song and you told me to see how
looked him up. Yeah, best all lights out on that guy. All right. There's the try to hit the ghost, Joe. It's kind of fun. We're playing go to hit the ghost. Here's Lori checking traffic for you, Lori.
I am really surprised nobody commented on Waldo walking around behind the news.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was just kind of sneaking around everywhere. Linwood to Seattle right now, 42 minutes. Everett to Seattle, a 25-minute delay. Now, if you're heading from Seattle to Federal Way, that's a 17-minute delay. Bellevue to Issaquah, it's going to take you 4 minutes longer than usual. And SeaTac to Federal Way is a 20-minute drive. It's just pretty tough out there right now. Rain is not helping any. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
Your favorite Seahawks gear? Check. Face paint? Check. The Mike McDonald preview on KIRO News Radio? Check.
We want to win the game.
Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald joins the voice of the Seahawks, Steve Rabel, in the final interview before every Seahawks game. Friday mornings, the Mike McDonald preview, only on Seattle's Morning News.
I'm really proud of the work that we've done. I'm proud of the guys' spirit.
This is where the 12s hear the Hawks. KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
Get new Lake Washington windows and doors with a lifetime transferable warranty installed this year, and don't pay for them until next year. Visit LakeWashingtonWindows.com, a name you can trust.
Health insurance is broken, but it doesn't have to be. That's why Scan Health Plan was founded as a nonprofit, so we can create Medicare Advantage plans that focus on the real needs of seniors. We've been people first since 1977, and we're here to make Medicare work hard for you, because you deserve more than a broken system. You deserve a plan that fights for you. Visit scandifference.org to learn more. Scan Health Plan is an HMO plan with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in Scan Health Plan depends on contract renewal.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. Our Go the Extra Mile service means more hustle, less hassle. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the roads you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty included with every tire we sell. We're talking more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's why you get more from less. Book an appointment at leschwab.com.
Looking for high-quality assisted living that won't drain your life savings? At Care Partners Living, we offer compassionate care at a price that helps stretch and preserve your estate. No unnecessary luxury, just the support you need with dignity and heart. And if you ever need to convert to Medicaid, you don't have to move. With communities across Washington and Arizona, including new locations in Port Orchard, Sumner, Mercer Island, and North Creek Bothell, there's a Care Partners community near you. Care Partners Living, compassionate care and peace of mind. Visit carepartnersliving.com.
When the heat's an 11,
cool AC would be heaven.
Dayandnight.net. It's the final month to save 30% off an air conditioner or heat pump while supplies last at Day and Night.
Hi, I'm Bruce with Day and Night Plumbing and Heating. Call us about installing a high-efficiency cooling system or servicing your existing one so you're cool when you need it.
Save 30% off an air conditioner or heat pump, plus no payments or interest for a year OAC. Call for details.
Dayandnight.net.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
If you're a veteran struggling with your monthly bills, VA loan expert Steve Teitler of Best Mortgage has some good news for you.
Rates have dropped recently, and this could be a great time for our veterans to think about a cash-out refinance to get out of your high-interest rate debt. For example, one of our clients had a 2.25% VA loan, but he owed more than $155,000 on credit cards and a home equity loan. So we paid off all of that debt and replaced his mortgage with a VA cash-out refinance. And the new VA loan saved him $1,268 per month. So give us a call and see if a VA cash-out refi can help save you money. And remember, with a VA loan, you can buy a home with no money down.
And you can help non-veterans as well.
That's right. If you have a conventional loan, we'll run the numbers and see if we can help save you money, too.
Honest advice you can trust from the VA loan experts, Best Mortgage. Call now, 425-649-6000. Best Mortgage, 425-649-6000.
Guys, it's time to know your numbers and what they mean. And right now, Revive Men's Health is offering a $400 comprehensive wellness panel for just $99. Free if you start treatment. Offer ends November 30th. Book today at ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
Your best source for local news, KIRO News Radio.